York City, 6 a.m. An out-of-control satellite radio show is being broadcasted to millions of Americans.
Here we go. Here's the bit.
At the controls, Greg Hughes, a father.
I would love to say we have the best job in America.
Anthony Cumia, an alcoholic.
It could be the best thing ever.
And Jim Norton, a comedian.
Out loud laughs.
How do we explain the show? We should start there.
Oh, here it is.
The three men make up the Opie and Anthony Show, a popular radio program known for its cringe style of entertainment and having very few limits.
Oh, shit. This is a freak show.
Why would anybody want to come on this show as a guest?
Under the right circumstances, something weird could happen.
I don't give a fuck.
Laugh out loud funny.
Which I love. That's what I love.
In the past, they have been accused of multiple FCC violations and have even gotten their show suspended from satellite radio.
Because when you listen to our show, you know what you get. You know what we are.
Everything has to do with cock or balls. No, the jokes all end up talking about cock and balls. You're a waste of life.
Fucking listeners, go fucking die. Excuse me.
Everything you are about to hear is real. Real people, real excitement.
Wow.
Get ready to experience the thrill of a lifetime. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah. Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
How's everybody?
It got a little weird there at 6 a.m. Well, I guess this doesn't matter because people are hearing this on the replay. So.
Yeah, they don't care.
Just a bunch of fuck-ups to start today's show.
It was a little mishy-mashy at the beginning with the...
whatever.
Fuck it.
It doesn't mean much to the people that listen on the replay.
You know what it was? It was a wintry mix.
It was a wintry mix of Opie and Anthony bits.
A wintry mix.
That made absolutely no sense. So I'm yanking this one... And then they put another one in. No, that doesn't work either.
It changed over to another thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it'll continue for a while, and then it'll change to complete Opie and Anthony later in the day.
And it wasn't even a nagling. But then it ended up as a nagling.
It ended up as a nagel. But what are you going to do?
Somebody else was fucking up, so we sent in Nagel to take care of the situation.
Yeah.
And guess what? Turned out to be a nagling.
Yeah.
In the end.
That's like sending in vinegar to help a burn victim.
Exactly.
Our guest today is the very obese and clumsy Eric Nagel. Eric, please tell the audience what you did wrong now.
I'm cooperating here.
Eric, when we play that clip, that means get on mic and answer Jerry Springer's question.
Naggled. Hi, there's E-Rock.
Hello.
Hi, Eric.
Thanks for the energy, too, by the way. It's wonderful. Love the energy. Keep it up. We're all tired, but we fucking fake it on a daily basis.
Ice day today.
It's an ice day.
It's an ice day, and it isn't even that bad out. I mean, it's pretty icy, pretty slippery.
It's bad, but it's winter, and you get shit happening.
But it's not one of those crazy ice storms where like fucking 2 inches of ice build up on branches and bring down power lines.
Brings
and all that
down
shit.
everything.
And I'm talking about our area, so I'm being local. But northwest of us, they got more ice, more snow, shit like that.
Oh, man, this thing...
And then this went from Chicago, got hammered.
Chicago, all the way down to Dallas. This thing kicked the
yeah.
shit out of the country.
Yeah.
I think 33 states were affected by this storm.
Yeah, a lot of airport
That's unbelievable.
Closings. A lot of airport closings.
But we have... I guess we talk for all the news stations out there. They're just a bunch of assholes. They talk like they're from the future or something.
The future.
They make believe they're from the future, and they're giving us knowledge that we need to know right now. They had a reporter on ice. Yeah, it's an ice storm, so the sidewalks and the streets are very slippery. And they're like, it's slippery. So see, watch what happens to me here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We all know.
When they take that camera and pan down, she goes, look, if I get a shot down here, if you look at the road, see, this is all ice.
Yeah.
And she's touching it, and like, she goes, this is all ice, this is covering the road. And if you look at my car, you'll see ice on the windows, ice on the windshield.
Right.
Give yourself some extra time to melt this off before you drive.
Why
really?
Why are you telling us this?
Really, what?
Are you from the future and we don't know?
I was darting out in fucking patent leather shoes with leather soles on them, running to my car, which I jumped in and just gassed.
There you go. She goes, you might need a de-icer, and you might want to, turn on your heat and your
Should I defrost it?
Yeah, defrost and all that
defroster.
for at least a half hour. They give you the time like you're baking a fucking pie. Give it a half hour.
And do it in your garage with the door closed.
Yeah,
and
please
you in
do
the
that.
vehicle. Could
Please
you do that?
And then she's banging on a street sign. Look what the ice storm has done to the street sign. And she's pounding on it, and nothing's happening. I guess she was hoping for a big moment with where the whole sign.
Yeah, the ice
falls off the sign. I don't know.
They're all looking for their dramatic moment.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't know what use it serves.
They have nothing else to talk about. They hype up things also. They did make this sound worse than it is. And made it sound like it was going to be worse.
But even when it's bad, I don't understand. I just don't understand why they spend so much time reporting on obvious basic shit about it. Like the weather should be, look, man, we're going to get a foot of snow, and you know what that means. So good luck to you. That's all you need.
You know what to do.
That's all you need.
You think flights will take off today?
That could be
I'm thinking about Patrice going to Houston. I wonder if that plane takes off today.
Why don't we call Patrice in a little while and see where he's at? But
a lot of delays. Actually, again, my house guests cannot leave even today. The first flight they can get back to L.A. Is I think tomorrow.
So that's a party. Keep the party going.
I don't care.
Keep the party going.
Party going.
Well, the airports are just shut down. So, but I look, this dumb bitch is just talking about it. There's nothing to say. Bloody blah 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 blah. Right?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to be slippery today in the New York area.
It is. Yeah.
But people know that. They've been driving a while. They're like, oh, I know what this is. Okay, we get one or two of these a season.
Yeah.
All right, so it's this today. Okay.
Don't take out the Shelby.
Yeah, don't take out the Shelby. Exactly.
That's what you do.
Exactly. We've had so much snow in the New York area. It's the best story of the day. I want to jump right into it. They found a dead guy in a car.
I know.
Holy shit. How great is that?
Dead guy in the car.
Dead guy decides, before he's dead. Pre-dead. Decides, I fucking hate my life. I'm going to fucking eat a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got a parked car, and he eats a shotgun.
Yeah.
And I guess then it proceeds to snow like it has, I don't know which storm this was. And it covered his car.
Yep.
They just found him yesterday.
They plowed him in and everything, so he was covered with snow.
He was in one of those cars where you can't even tell there's a car there because the plows had come through so many times, and now with the wintry mix, like Ann said, it's like very crusty and really hard to even uncover your car. Well, they found him yesterday, a week later.
How creepy would that be? Like at night, all quiet, and he's just like fucking dead there,
with his eyes just open
in the quiet fucking car,
waiting for his wake.
Yeah.
You wonder if he stinks or no? Probably because the cold, he probably didn't really rot.
I don't know. There were a couple of days that probably weren't below freezing, and I'm sure the cold probably helped though. Yeah, it's not like it was a summer day. That would have.
What a great story, though.
Yeah.
I think they're saying they're not saying how they found him, whatever that means. I don't know.
We had no head.
Oh, yeah, probably.
A little bit of snow melted off the window, and somebody was like, oh, geez.
Yeah, it looked like fucking the Pulp Fiction car.
That is.
Oh, shit, I shot Marvin in the face.
That is a great story, though.
Yeah, that guy.
this is.
Godspeed to you.
Steve on Long Island. Steve.
Yes.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Steve.
The best thing about this weather is you crash your fucking car, but, ooh, all the trees look pretty. Boo.
Yeah, the news likes pointing out how the trees look nice. And
but be careful on the roads.
And the ice is also on the power lines. I never would have known that unless I...
wow.
I thought it missed the power lines because they're so thin.
Yeah, thanks for telling us that, future person.
Yeah, person of the future, giving us information.
Information from the future.
From the future. Yeah, it was...
what could the weather actually tell us that would be important? A tsunami hitting New York, obviously.
That every fucking speck of snow was radiated.
That
would suck.
That would be very helpful.
Radioactive snow would really be bad.
But there's nothing in a snowstorm they could tell us that we kind of don't already know.
What if it only looked like snow, but it weighed as much as a neutron star drop?
Oh, God, it's just going right through you.
Yeah.
It goes right through your body instantly. I'd want to know about that.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a snowflake, but it's 400 tons. Be careful.
Called the Nagel flake.
Eric, I didn't say that.
Eric is just going to burst.
Eric is just looking.
I don't mean that. I just mean out of anger.
You shouldn't let someone else do his job.
Oh, shit.
Shit, man. When E-Rock leaves his...
He could solve half his problems if he wanted to. He chooses not to.
There, too.
Yeah.
When E-Rock leaves his job, it's going to be taken out in cuffs, feeling relieved yet facing life in prison. A bunch of dead people.
Well, at least you guys will have a chance to run, because I know who he's going after first.
Yes, Sam.
Probably Sam, right?
Sam will get it first.
Who would you go after first, E-Rock?
E-Rock?
I thought it was a guarantee that I'm on the top of the list, but would you go for Sam first?
Yeah, I think Sam's going to be talked to first.
Talked to. I like
a talking to.
I like how you put that.
Who's second?
That, I think, is a free-for-all, whoever's next to him.
Then it's just...
then it doesn't matter.
Just fucking every man for himself.
I love it. See, that's why I don't try too hard to, befriend people at work. Because if you're not the number one guy that they're not going after, that doesn't matter.
He's got his primary target, and then the rest is just going to be,
it doesn't matter.
Craziness.
Yeah, he's going to go after that one he really hates, and then it doesn't matter at that point. You might as well just keep shooting. What's the difference at that point, right?
Oh, E-Rock.
But tornadoes, I guess.
Yeah, they had.
If they know there's a tornado coming, that's important for the weather girl to tell you about.
And we're trying to get Dorothy going so we can warn people.
Even hurricanes, you don't really have to spend too much time on because they're so slow moving.
They're slow. By the time they hit you, you know they've been coming.
Yeah. So weather, the headline today, weather on the news is just a complete waste of time after about 10, 15 seconds.
Who needs it?
Yeah, a quick headline, boom, rain today.
Yeah.
You don't even need to say, so you're going to need your rain gear. We know that.
No, you're not going to walk out and go like, oh, shit.
Right. Oh,
and even if you do walk out, because you didn't know, you're going to be like, oh, let me grab a raincoat. Right. It's raining.
So, the drive-in was a little rough, though.
It was a little slippery on the secondary streets. The highway's not too bad, pretty wet, but the people, they panic, Mm-hmm. They get a little panicky Pete in them, and they don't want to really move. Mm-hmm. So you got to make moves, which makes it a little more dangerous. Mm-hmm. Just get out of the left lane.
Or just stay home. If you can't handle the weather, stay home, man.
Stay home.
Is Zsa Zsa Gabor dead? Why is she trending today? Do they
take
another leg?
They're lopping limbs off. She's vomiting blood.
Yeah.
She may have had a stroke. It's bad if you have a stroke and they aren't sure if you did.
Yeah.
What kind of shape were you in before?
They don't know if it's your stroke or your leg stump rotting. Poor Zsa Zsa.
Unbelievable.
Zsa Zsa.
She must not be fun to fuck these days.
Why do you have to go out that way? Why do you have to go out that way?
Piece by piece.
Piece by piece, really?
Yep.
Being mailed off to heaven.
They really are just fucking cutting her up and letting her hang in there. What's making her hang in there? Like some people just they're sick and then they're dead.
It's just the body.
She's just hanging in there for no reason. Body.
She probably hasn't had a real.
What?
Nah, not
anything.
Really. But you remember being young on all those talk shows.
And she was full of guff.
She sure was.
Wasn't she the one that smacked the cop?
I believe so. Yeah.
Face? There was Zsa Zsa and Ava. Ava Gabor was the one from Green Acres.
Green Acres, right? And Zsa Zsa was the one that slapped the cop.
Zsa Zsa was
showing
just
our age because that goes. You want to know how many years ago that is?
How long ago is that shit?
When did Zsa Zsa slap the cop? Which I remember like it was yesterday. I'm going to guess 20 years.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to go with 20 years ago.
Are you saying 20 fucking years?
I'm going to go 20 fucking years. I'm going to say...
She was born in 1917.
She's 93.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to say... What does that give us? 91, right? 1991. Come on, give it to me.
Wow. More. What?
Further back?
Holy shit.
89?
89, she smacked that cop. That's 22 years?
22 years ago.
22 years ago, she smacked that cop.
She's a cunt. She is.
No, well, she is, but she doesn't have one anymore. They just removed it.
Yeah, she sneezed and it fell off.
They shot out like a water balloon.
Yeah, they thought it was two snails. But she was a cunt, I remember. I never really liked her because I just thought she was an entitled twat.
You know what? What was she fucking famous for?
Exactly. She
for being like a bitch. She was famous for being kind of a bitch.
Wasn't she one of Merv's girls? And I say,
oh, girl, yeah.
quotations.
Merv liked having them around.
Huh?
So Paris Hilton in the sense that just like these socialites that don't really do much.
Yeah.
Ava Gabor was at least in
Like
Green
Ava
Acres.
was in Green Acres.
What is Zsa Zsa most famous for?
Slapping a cop.
I guess career-wise.
But getting married to fucking men, rich men, and then fucking them over in divorce cases. I really think that's what she's known for.
That was her thing?
I think that's her thing.
Like, how did she get on TV and famous?
She must have had a pussy made of silk then, man.
Yeah.
And then did she used to do Hollywood Squares?
Yeah, but Danny's looking at her filmography.
Oh, did she act? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but there's...
oh, yeah, right.
Yeah,
but
her last film was in 1953, I think. No, she's got...
She was in a Very Brady sequel.
She was in
a cameo in a Very Brady sequel. The Beverly Hillbillies.
Obviously just a bunch of shit.
Hold on, but most of her stuff comes up to the 60s.
She was in Dream Warriors?
Like 66, 67, 72.
I don't recognize one of those
Then there are the
films.
joke cameo appearances that she
course.
made after that. So before that, she was just in like bad
She's like a B
old
actress.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
She stinks.
But she's trending today, so... They took a leg, but I thought they took a leg last week.
Well, that wasn't even. She didn't even. That was just because the payment was late. They threatened to take a leg, and they had to.
Did they take
Now they're
another leg?
threatening
That's
the
what I want to
arm.
know.
I think it's one leg.
I thought they did this last week. Though.
She's one leg down.
One to go.
Why did they say they took another leg, or did they say
I don't know.
she
I
had a
think-
stroke? I think she was coughing up blood.
I just got an infection or something.
But her husband comes blood, so he said it was no problem. It was actually a funny little twist.
The husband is the guy from our famous clip.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm a bad boy, yeah.
Oh, that was the husband, right?
That's the husband of Zsa Zsa.
What was his name? Prince? It's some weird name, right?
Prince.
Something Von.
Prince Von Asshole.
I
don't know.
She's
No, we'll know his name when we hear it.
she's pretty much
End of story.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's over for Zsa Zsa very quickly.
It's snowing lavender now.
Yes.
Damn it.
Frederick Prince von Enholt.
Enholt. Yeah, I knew it sounded like asshole. Sort of.
And old asshole, whatever.
It's snowing lavender. I'm going to make the joke again. Cause
That is a what is that? A mix? A wintry mix?
It's just, I don't know. It's dumping lavender right now. And a little green is going to dump and some blues.
Blue up top.
Some
It's very
blues up
pretty
top.
weather.
No, those
right
aren't
now.
actual the color of snow. That's actually a chart.
Literal meteorologist Jim.
The other Zsa Zsa was one of on Carson. Oh, okay. That was her. I always thought that was Raquel Welch. Let's go, Paul.
I think it's urban legend.
I don't know. I think we
I don't
did
think
this
it
bit.
happened.
Paul, go ahead.
Wasn't Zsa Zsa Gabor the one that was on Carson? She had that cat. Johnny asked her if he could pet her pussy. You remember
That's
that?
bullshit. I doubt that ever happened.
That's urban myth.
I don't think so.
Based
No.
on something that was said that wasn't
I don't know.
nearly
Man. I remember
as,
seeing the clip, and I think it was Raquel Welch.
I would guess that she said pussy. She might have said like, "Do you want to pet my pussy?" or "Do you want to? Here's my pussy."
Here we go. We're snoping.
Hey, Carson
We haven't snoped
made
in a
a
while.
risque remark to a starlet who had appeared on the Tonight Show with a cat on her lap. Status false.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Zsa Zsa Gabor was a frequent visitor on the Carson couch. As the tale has it, she once came on carrying a cat, which she held in her lap. She said she is said to have asked Carson, "Would you like to pet my pussy?" His fabled reply was, "I'd love to, but you'll have to remove that damn cat." The origin, what really happened? The inconsistency of detail found in repetition, also been told to be Raquel Welch and Margaret Diane Cannon, which
Dakota Fanning.
and Farrah Fawcett Majors, among others. What was the?
Wow, it's such an urban legend. I would swear that I saw the clip. That's how crazy
Never
some
would've
of
made
this
it on
shit
the air.
gets.
There's a line, Danny. Can you go up a little bit? There's one line here where they really nail what it was.
Oh,
No,
really?
go up a little higher to where they were. It says right there. He said. They said it's and her cat is a wellspring for one of the greatest manufactured memories in modern pop culture.
Wow.
I think that there's like people have those like where you've heard it so many times you do think that you saw
That
the
you
clip.
think you actually saw it.
I would have sworn I saw that
Yeah.
clip, and it was Raquel Welch. Someone
it's-
saying it was Jane Fonda.
Yeah.
Jimmy
But
Buffalo. It's Jane Fonda.
It didn't happen, people. It wasn't Jane Fonda. There was something that happened because I remember watching recently some of
Danny's
the Carson
perusing
clips.
Netflix.
And
so were you last night.
Oh,
we'll get into that in a second. I didn't forget. What were we saying?
Yeah, there was something that happened where a cat was mentioned, and there was it was eluded that a pussy, some kind of pussy fucking
that's
thing.
what Snopes is saying. That nothing happened. Anything?
No, it wasn't even close to that though.
I was trying to cut and paste it, but for some reason Snopes isn't letting me do that. But it says even if Johnny Carson had made the quip attributed to him, it could not possibly have made it onto the air. Tonight Show was never broadcast live during the Carson years, always taped earlier.
Yeah.
So
but I
would have never made it past.
I thought the clip
standards and
snuck out.
practices.
Never would have made it.
He might have made it. You know, Carson was so brilliant. He might have made some kind of a quick allusion to her saying something about the cat, and he might have said something about another name. There was probably some line that happened.
Yeah.
That had,
Scroll down a little further and see if there's skeptics sometimes point the implement of celebrity bring along a small pet. Yeah, I mean, it's like, who's bringing the cat? It didn't happen. It just didn't happen.
Can I pet you?
And people are going to be like, yeah, I saw it.
I think there's a lot of people saying that right now.
Well, you're idiots. You didn't see it. How about that? You probably thought you probably heard it once. You didn't want to sound like the parrot that you are, so you said you saw it. You've been telling people that, and you're afraid they're going to hear this and realize that you're a true ass.
Is that you're phony?
All right,
you
man.
are a phony baloney.
All right, man, you're hurting me.
Not you.
I was one of those guys. I was
Like,
one of those guys.
So fucking pet the pussy.
I would have sworn.
As long as you get it off of your cunt.
Here we go.
Never said that either.
No, he didn't.
Let's go to Nate in Hoboken. Nate.
All right, I have the Carson DVDs. He's talking to Jane Fonda, and Jane Fonda brings up the story. So Carson tells the story to Jane Fonda, but nowhere is it ever aired that he did actually say that to her with Zsa Zsa. But he is absolutely speaking to Jane Fonda about it. I have it on the DVD.
Okay, that's what I saw.
Can we find this?
He
Probably.
tells.
Yeah, let's try to find this.
He tells Jane Fonda the story because Jane Fonda asked him,
right?
Isn't it true that this happened?
Right.
And she says it, and he goes, no, that never happened. And then they kind of tell the story. Oh, there it is. Look at goddamn damn.
Yeah, we
1989. Jane Fonda is on the Carson Show.
So maybe
and they're talking about this incident.
Maybe it did happen, but they never aired it because obviously you can't air something like that.
No, it never happened.
Never.
But,
all right,
Jane Fonda thought it happened.
Here's Jane Fonda from 1989.
Last night, my son, you were talking about Zsa Zsa Gabor earlier.
Yeah, everybody's talking
my
about
son said, she was on Johnny Carson's show one time. She came there with a cat on her lap, and she said to you, do you want to pet my pussy? And my son said that you said, I'd love to if you'd remove that damn cat.
Can't believe that made the air.
I know, that's amazing. Johnny.
I tell you,
Is it true?
No, I think I would recall that.
Wow, you know what?
That John Mendoza.
All the
fuck?
Man. All the people that said they saw it, I can kind of understand why people would say they saw it. So I was
seeing Jane Fonda relay the story without it being cut. Mm-hmm. Okay, but it never happened. But now it has almost happened.
Yeah, I could see someone remembering that and thinking they saw that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
that was me acting with the person.
Now a few years go by and you're thinking Jane Fonda had the cat on her lap.
Yeah. Jane Fonda had it on a lap.
All right, well.
I don't want Netflix. Why does Snopes want to send me to Netflix? I don't want it.
Oh, boy.
I have it.
You have it?
I do.
Hey, Mubarak.
Hosni Mubarak.
What's wrong with this asshole?
He doesn't really want to leave.
Well, they're going to drag him out. It's going to be uncomfortable when they drag out
Mussolini hanging by the heels.
Yeah. They're going to drag out this old man, and it's going to get ugly. He has a chance to go to the Caribbean.
Here's his new ploy. He's saying, look, hey, I won't run for re-election, but I'm staying in until then.
Till September.
I'm staying in until September, and
I'm going to start cracking some skulls because I'm a little pissed off.
I'm getting pissed off, and there's some protesters now hitting the streets that are for Mubarak. That they're saying, all right, I think there's shenanigans here. I think he's putting them, out there.
Well, rumor has it that some of the looting were done by undercover Mubarak
his
guys.
peeps to make the make the protesters look bad.
There's all sorts of rumors.
Who knows what the fuck?
Who knows?
Did you see what Twitter did though? They have that voice.
Yeah, the Google thing.
Yeah.
What?
Pretty cool. People that can't get their shit out over the internet because there's so many problems with the internet, you could just call, leave a voicemail at a certain number, and the voicemail will then go onto a site that's dedicated to Egypt. So you could just listen to the people going, and there were lots of people in the street, and blah, blah, blah.
Are they selecting which ones to do, though? Or you got the dumb tweets
is
that you have to deal with?
One Egyptian guy going, Baba Booey.
I just heard, like, angry Egyptian people on the thing. That's what you got. Like, you hit the little thing, and it's like, he must go. He is killing his people. Blah, blah, blah. Why am I Indian?
But the protesters are starting to get a little tired. I mean, they got to get back to kind of whatever they do.
Yeah.
Working, living, whatever. So,
This is Tarbash,
yeah.
the Egyptian magician. Need freedom. I eat hot coal. I disappear in the cloud.
Tarbash.
Oh, fuck. Jerky boys, anyone? Of course.
Everything.
One jerky boy doing very well.
Yeah, especially now that he's hooked up with Seth MacFarlane.
Oh, yeah, his voice.
Yeah, he's been on that show for a while now.
Yeah. Saul Rosenberg is pretty much his own animated character.
I know.
Yeah.
They just changed the name.
So many years later, too. Remember when they made that movie? Jesus Christ.
I don't think I ever saw that, but
that was when the Elmhurst tanks were still off the expressway. That's fucking a long time ago.
Hey, so are they going to drag him out now? The Army's got to be getting a little impatient.
Well, no one's quite sure where the Army stands on this. They know that the Army's not going to fire on the people. They've vowed that they will not fire on the people.
Yeah.
But they haven't said anything like they're with the people and are going to turn around and turn their guns on Mubarak. So this is still playing out. It's still playing out. Let's see. I think he's waiting it out and trying to wait out the people's passion for this and hope it goes away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're talking about having another huge march on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's his strategy is to just not say much, still be in charge, and wait for this thing to blow over. Good luck, though.
I think one of the biggest problems, there's not a guy to step up. There's a lot of sort of guys.
Yeah.
And of course, the Muslim Brotherhood.
Yeah, the Muslim Brotherhood.
Who we're rooting for.
I'm with the Muslim Brotherhood
Muslim
here.
Brotherhood.
I want them in there because they will make that region exciting.
Oh, boy, will they.
Very exciting. Wow. Every oil tanker that tries to go through the Suez will be fired upon. It'll just be an amazing life that we lead.
I think if there was a strong guy kind of rallying the troops, then this would be a lot easier.
Even this opposition leader that has come forward, I can't remember his name, but he doesn't have that oomph that the people want.
No.
To put him over the top. Just ain't working. So we wait and see what happens. Jordan,
I love how,
in the meantime, is starting to oust some of their political leaders. They're like,
let's do this before they start protesting. Right. Yeah, it's kind of smart on their part.
Yeah.
I love how Obama is telling Mubarak he has to step down. I love how we're telling the guy, look, you have to step down.
Hey, Obama, why don't you
let the people fucking do their thing.
Take care of your own backyard.
And then we'll try to figure out the mess afterwards.
Take care of your own backyard now that your health care bill has been deemed unconstitutional.
Are other countries weighing in? Like, I don't mind us weighing in and just giving an opinion, but that's as much as we should do. Again,
we're giving more than an opinion. We sent a guy to say, basically, you got to fucking get out of here. We sent the main. What do they call him?
Envoy.
We sent one of those envoy guys.
I want to be an envoy.
That sounds like a fun job.
I bet you travel when you're an envoy. And you can't envoy from home.
No. And he met Mubarak and said, you got to go. We're telling you you have to go.
Yeah.
Not the people. We're telling you. The United States is saying, look, you really have to go now.
He probably went, who told you? You're just an envoy.
Envoy. So.
Yeah. So the thing's still going on. The news not all over it. which I'm sure Mubarak likes the fact that the news isn't pounding on it every second now.
Yeah, I'm losing a little interest.
And if the people lose interest, what was the big story before Egypt? What was the big story right before Egypt thing broke?
I don't even know anymore.
Because it was a big story.
Oh, Ted Williams?
No, it was in between Ted Williams and Egypt.
Charlie Sheen, sure.
Charlie Sheen, that was a pretty good one. That would have had more.
Charlie Sheen's going to do rehab at home, which
actually,
is
though,
very good news.
If you remember, every second of the day, the news was telling you about Tucson, the shooting.
Oh, right, of course.
How she's doing. It was like this whole...
I thought that was important to us.
Very important.
Just shows you what the news is about.
Right up until Egypt. But
right
now,
up until the next big story.
The most important thing, please, if we could
oh
get
my God,
live
we got to go
sound
live.
From Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. They're dancing. It's live. It's Happy Groundhog Day. This is on
CNBC.
CNBC. Oh, they just went off of it.
All right, well.
Don't we have live footage from there? I hope we do.
God, I hate Punxsutawney Phil.
It's Groundhog
I love
Day.
every year how much Jimmy hates Punxsutawney Phil.
I hate these people. How great would napalm be?
He saw his shadow for a split second and then was incinerated.
I will say that normally I don't want to hear Allahu Akbar, but one Punxsutawney Phil.
I want Punxsutawney Phil to see his shadow like. I want his little shadow to be burnt in that stump he comes out of.
So they have a groundhog in Egypt, in Cairo. It's going to be 6 more weeks of protesting.
If Punxsutawney Phil is beheaded, we will have 6 more weeks of jihad.
Chaos. Right. Thanks for pumping up my dumb joke. I appreciate it. It was lacking something.
Punxsutawney Phil just stinks.
Enough.
But
what year is this?
But at least he's the main one. What's more embarrassing is everyone else trying to do their own groundhog. Staten Island has what?
Staten Island.
Where's our list of groundhogs?
Is it Chuck? Oh my God! For a second, I thought.
Yeah.
That's my shadow.
No, that's actually just a guy that was murdered in Staten Island. Chuck the Groundhog. That was his nickname.
Hey, Chuck the Groundhog got whacked out. Yeah. And they're saying because of the weather. It would be very odd if the groundhog did see a shadow and was scared and we had 6 more weeks of winter. So the forecast is looking for Punxsutawney Phil to not see his shadow. Thus, we will have an early spring, Opie, an early spring.
It's all about being scared. Isn't the groundhog scared because of all those drunk shitheads staring at
fucking Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania assholes. There they are, up top on Morning Joe. They're
shitheads. I hate the fact that nothing goes on. They desperately hold on to this ritual because without it, their town is nothing. Even with it, their town is nothing.
And they're in Gobbler's Knob, which is a different. It's different for Jim. Jim thought it was another place. Thought it was the bathroom.
Why me?
Gobbler's Knob, because you've been known to kneel in front of glory holes and suck cocks. I know.
It's just
kidding.
the character he plays on the radio.
Exactly.
We all know that.
Then who sucked my cock when I put it through that
I
hole?
was trying to look. I thought it was a periscope. I was trying to see short. Didn't you notice that I went, "Hi, matey"?
Why would? Hi, matey, and a periscope?
Yes.
But pirates said our matey, and they didn't have periscope.
Well, I don't know much about seamanship, do I? Oh, cum puns rule.
Yeah, they certainly do. Yeah. Oh, there's
Okay, thank you, Danny.
There's not Ballsack Billy in Alberta, Canada.
Ballsack?
Balzac. It's Balzac, but it's Ballsack.
It's Ballsack.
In Alberta. Buckeye Chuck is in Ohio. General Beauregard Lee in Georgia. Of course, General Lee. If he sees his shadow and gets spooked, they'll have 6 more weeks of Freaknik.
I think they ran Freaknik out of that area.
Did they?
I think we got to update that shit.
Jesus
I know we were
Christ.
down there once for it.
Yeah,
but...
Freaknik. That's great.
Why is everyone running away? They actually told us that they're leaving town for a week.
Yeah, they were.
Never forget
we
that.
were flying in, and everybody was
the airport was packed. They're like, "What's going on?"
Everyone was fleeing. They were fleeing Atlanta.
They're like, "Oh, every year we take our vacation around Freaknik and get the hell out of here."
And they were looking at us coming in like we were crazy.
And then we're driving down one of those 12-lane highways that the Atlanta area has.
Yeah.
And I saw nothing but like businesses boarded up. I'm like, wow, did a fucking hurricane hit this
what
area?
happened? Is there gonna be a
no, it's
hurricane?
Freaknik. We got to prepare for Freaknik.
Yeah.
Someone's got to update that. Is that still happening down in the Atlanta area?
I think they moved Freaknik somewhere else.
Yeah.
Not sure where. Let's see.
All right.
No. Last year they canceled it.
Oh, really?
Oh, boy.
Remember we were stuck in traffic because someone decided they had to stop their car, and then one of these booty chicks got on the roof of the car
and started doing that
booty dance.
She squatted down. She put her hands on her thighs and just put her head over her shoulder. She's looking over her shoulder and just started like wiggling her ass in a circle, waiting for a male to come up behind her and just start fucking pumping on her ass. What the fuck is that about?
It was on a highway, though.
It was on the highway.
I swear to God.
I swear to God. I thought one of them was going to rip off our rearview mirror.
I swear it was on the highway.
Once.
It wasn't on a side street. We're like, why is there delays?
Oh, it was crazy.
And then it happened in front of us because I guess it was a chain reaction. It was happening way down the road, and then, if you're going to do it, we're going to do it.
No, that's not the clip, Danny. Sure? That's not the clip.
Sure?
Oh, my God. I'm not even going to say what that is.
Fired.
So fired. I hear you could get in there with
we got a Freaknik update.
That's what happened, right?
Yeah. Oh, there Jesus Christ.
You knew to go to that video.
That's
pretty amazing.
Knew how to find
Evan
one of those
in
videos.
Atlanta. Evan.
Morning, boys. How you doing?
Pretty good. My Islanders, they're not really my Islanders, but they beat your Thrashers last night.
I thought they lost in a shootout.
We don't really pay any attention to the Thrashers, but I'll tell you what happened.
Good for you, man.
Yeah,
it's better
I'll tell
that
you
way.
What happened to Freaknik? One of our former corrupt mayors, Bill Campbell, the way that he defeated Freaknik, and this is the truth, he closed off every exit on the interstate that runs through downtown Atlanta and just left the perimeter open so all those idiots could do was drive around in a big circle.
Wow. That's pretty smart.
Who yelled racism?
Well, some of the local characters down here, the professional poverty pimps, the Sharpton wannabes.
Yeah.
But the mayor was black. The guy who did it was a black guy.
Yeah,
but he knew it was bad for business. It was bad for.
It would take the entire city and just put it. I mean, it was done.
It would shut it down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We saw you couldn't do anything.
Absolutely saw it. We had to fly in because we had an interview with a radio station, and it was the same exact time. And it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they shut it down, and the way they did it was just hilarious. All these people drove into town, and they tried to get off the interstate, and there was a cop at every single exit ramp.
Keep moving.
And they're like, let me see your license. If you don't live here, back on the interstate.
I would be ghost riding the whip.
Yeah.
So now they go down to the beach. They go down to Savannah, and they have what they call Black College Spring Break.
Black College Spring Break.
Yep, they have it down.
That's what Freaknik is.
Yeah.
Or that's how it started.
How many are in college, though?
Oh, please.
That actually go to Freaknik? Because some of the people I saw, and, I could be wrong, because who am I? I can't base just on looks. But I saw some people that didn't look like they were in college. They look a little too old, first of all, to be in college.
Yeah, unless they were going to DeVry. But
DeVry. They're in the DeVry Institute.
Yeah. Well, then I think they turn into like a reunion. So if you were ever in college, and then you got some guys going, you know what? I'm just going to sneak in and make believe I'm in college.
Yeah.
Or we're in college.
All right, punch it out. Thanks, fellas.
I'm also hearing that they moved it to Miami.
Maybe. Or I know New Orleans has it, Savannah has it, and somewhere down in Florida.
Wow.
All right. Thank you, sir.
That's a surprise, though, when you fly into those cities and don't know what's going on. You go like, oh, wow.
That was unbelievable. Well, let me see if this guy could add to that. John in Pennsylvania, could you add to that?
Hey, John.
Yeah, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, man.
1996. 1996 is when they canceled Freaknik.
Wow, it's that long ago?
96? No way.
No, because we flew down.
Last year. The last year Freaknik was 96.
Dude, we were there.
Yeah, we flew down around 97,
like
98, somewhere around there.
Right after we got the boot in Boston, we flew down there, and it was going on full force.
It was absolutely going on.
Yep.
And I know they moved it to Texas. They had one in Galveston, Texas.
All right.
Somewhere around South Carolina, Florida, and somewhere else.
All right.
All right, sir. Thank you for the erroneous information.
Yeah, let's go to Melvin, who wants to talk about Groundhog Day. Is it Groundhogs or Groundhog?
Oh, that's good. Well, I would think Groundhogs now because there's so many groundhogs.
Good point.
out there. It's
Groundhog's
not just
Day.
Punxsutawney.
What's up, Melvin?
Good morning.
Hey.
Morning.
Hey, I'd like to
Morning.
add about this gay Groundhog Day thing. And you know what? Quarryville, Pennsylvania is where the home of Johnny Weir. Well, they have a Octavor Orphe down there, and it seems like they have their own Groundhog Club where they actually get initiate a new member every year, and what they do is, I guess they throw some guy in the water and he gets all wet.
Did you phase out?
No,
I did.
I just creeped out.
Oh, okay. Oh, did he go? He's
still there.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay. I thought you got all weirded out.
Yeah, what's up?
No, I was just talking about Groundhog Day, and in Quarryville.
In Quarryville, so they have a groundhog in So everyone has to have a groundhog now.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's called Octavor Orphe.
Yeah.
And what they do, they have their own little groundhog festivities, and they initiate a new member every year, and they throw them in the Octavor Creek, and I guess you'll
Let's
be
go
a
for
lifelong
5.
member.
That's 2.
Yeah.
Standing around doing,
Melvin, what do you got for the show?
Groundhog Day.
Well, yeah, that was it. Yeah.
What was it?
Just filling you in on the groundhogs and stuff, what they do.
No, but I don't
What
know.
happens around where you are?
Yeah, because it seems like there's a lot of groundhogs.
Yeah, there is a lot. I think Punxsutawney Phil's down here, and there's like maybe 4 others.
Is there a ritual that goes on
near you that's different than the main groundhog?
No, not really. No. But one of the guys I work with, he's into that stuff, and it just.
And what does he do?
Seems stupid and gay to me.
Like what kind of ritualistic thing does he do?
Oh well, I guess he just go down and.
Do you have a groundhog in your area? That's all. That's the only reason we took your call.
Yes.
Oh, well, I got nothing else then, fellas.
Okay.
I'm just calling in the show. First time caller.
No, you're doing a good job. But do you have a local groundhog?
No, not really. I mean, there's in Lancaster's area. There's about 6 of them.
Yeah, huh?
And the one's like Punxsutawney Phil, Octavor Orphe.
Right.
What's that one?
Punxsutawney Phil.
No, we know that one.
Orphe.
Orphe.
Yeah.
That's 3.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's all I got, man.
What is Orphe? Punxsutawney Phil's a groundhog.
Yeah.
What is Orphe?
It's another groundhog. There's a whole bunch of them.
It's just called Orphe the groundhog?
Yeah.
He's where?
In Quarryville, the home of Johnny Weir.
What? Johnny Weir lives there?
Well, he used to live in Quarryville, and they're big on the groundhog thing.
What about his brother Brett? Brett Weir, the super across the way. And don't make me come over there for you too, tough guy.
Can we play old school
Love
Jerky
that.
Boys today?
God, did I love that.
We're going to play one to break? All right, good. All right, Melvin, thank you so much.
Yes, a great first-time caller.
Absolutely.
Please,
we look
please
forward to
call
more
again.
calls from you.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'll call again. I just have the opportunity to call you up there.
I love this. Melvin, what do you do for a living?
In construction. I've been recently laid off.
You know how important that is? I build things.
Yeah. That's what I do.
Why the layoff? Lack of work?
I'm partially probably because of the weather.
Are you a union guy?
Yeah. What did you build? Sun tents?
No.
What is a sun tent?
Let's go.
But I'll keep
Yeah, I'm doing the drywall up there.
No, I don't do that stuff. I do a little bit of everything.
A little of everything. All right.
Yeah, huh?
Okay.
Sun tents don't exist.
What?
I play the program at work.
The program?
There's 2 foremen that don't like this program.
Oh, boy.
It's too dirty. And I've gotten in trouble several times.
Oh, now don't get yourself in trouble.
Exactly.
There,
And tell those 2 queer foremen to keep buggering each other in the fucking trailer while you work hard. Because that's what those 2 faggots are doing right now. One of them has his helmet down, and he's buggering the other one. He's deep dicking the other foreman.
Yeah, that would be funny. Yeah,
yeah, that would be funny.
Yeah, that's why Jimmy's going with it. All right, Melvin. Now we're on your side. Fuck your bosses.
Yeah.
All right, go construct something.
Yeah, go fucking build something.
I am building something. Yeah, I'm doing my own home right now.
Oh, well, you don't get paid for that.
Well, I know that, but it's,
Sweat equity, as they call it. A little sweat equity.
Oh.
Stuck
All right,
up
fellas.
the... All right, yeah.
All right, we got to go to the groundhog thing.
Where is that?
Even though everyone knows it's going to be less winter or something.
Well, every year it's been fucking more winter, but it's so cloudy. It's so stormy out that I'm thinking, oh, prognosticator.
And I tell you, if you're selling top hats, you made a bundle today.
No kidding. And listen to that music.
No kidding.
Sonny and Cher. What does that have to do with?
Oh,
remember the movie Groundhog Day?
Wow, really?
Every time that the alarm radio went off in Bill Murray's hotel room, it was playing that song.
Oh, my God.
Right. In fact, the guy behind him looks a little like Bill Murray.
Why are we listening to them and not the guy talking?
Which is?
Are we sober?
Yeah, we know the answer already.
They're
That's
full of spirit.
rhetorical.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we'll check in with them in about 30 minutes. In
Oh,
the meantime,
30 minutes. They'll be
30 minutes.
They'll be
Thank
doing
you.
their thing. I can't wait.
And more info from the future people.
Yes.
I didn't know that song was in the movie Groundhog Day. I had no idea.
I didn't either.
So thank you, future people.
Thank God for those
Nothing
people.
but future people on the news today.
Future people.
Future people. Let's break.
Yeah.
Do you know, by the way, just Jane Fonda?
Yeah.
My father's a military guy, so he's always. He explained to me why.
Hated her.
He hates, right?
He would want her movies in the house, and he explained to me why.
Fuck her, commie.
You know who hates Jane Fonda? Is my mom. Fucking despises Jane Fonda.
Wonder
for the
if
same
Sam's
reason.
mom hates
for the
Jane
same
Fonda.
fucking reason.
Well, what's amazing, I was just reading her on Snopes, like what she did. Everything they said she did was pretty much true, except she did not. Like there was rumors that POWs had slipped her paper and she had turned it over. That never happened. But the other stuff did happen. The sitting on the aircraft.
She sat on an anti-aircraft battery and
said that she called them liars when they came back.
Yeah.
I hate this fucking cunt so much.
I know.
And it's amazing to me how Michael Richards, he didn't have much of a career after Seinfeld, but he's ruined because he said nigger on stage.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson was recorded saying nigger and he said wetbacks, and his fucking career is in deep trouble. This fucking pig.
Yeah.
Fucking said our soldiers were lying, and she had a great movie career after. I fucking hate this woman.
Yeah, she's like
wow, do I hate Jane Fonda.
Tokyo Rose.
Yep.
But even she wasn't as bad because they said she did it under duress. That's what she said, at least.
Wow. Yeah. She just went there. She's like, oh, let me hang out with the enemy, and sit on anti-aircraft guns that have killed airmen. Ah, what a bitch! Fuck her.
But it's amazing. She
should have been scorned from fucking celebrity.
Who, Jane Fonda?
Yeah, she
without a doubt
thrown out of Hollywood.
Roman Polanski stuck his dick in a 13-year-old's ass, drugged. He was forgiven. He fucking went on to make films. But you know what I mean? It's amazing who they forgive.
Yeah.
I think Woody Allen's a genius, but Woody Allen was forgiven for what he did.
Yeah.
But man, you say something racially inappropriate, and fucking you're cooked.
Done.
You are fucking cooked.
Unbelievable,
Not fair.
She's still just able to skip through life. People
Wow,
love her.
I can't believe how angry I am reading about this woman again.
Veterans, oh my God, they
Good, they
fucking
shouldn't forgive
hate
her.
And
They should.
And wherever she goes, they let it be known that they do not like her.
I love when they disrupt her movies. That's
Book
why she
signings,
apologized.
things
They were
like that,
disrupting
yeah.
her movie.
Yeah, of course. She's not apologizing for anything. She's a fucking king.
Her father was embarrassed by that too. Henry Fonda.
Oh, I bet.
Mortified.
Yeah. Dumb fucking daughter. Go make more naked movies, you slut. Hate her.
Very good. Hey, before we go to break, I was kind of just wondering if
Yemen's president is stepping down.
Really?
Yemen president stepping down says interest of country outweighs his own.
Holy shit.
Because they're protesting in Yemen.
He doesn't want to deal with this shit.
Who's going to step in there? Muslim Brotherhood?
Muslim Brotherhood. Let's
Muslim
get the shirts
Brotherhood?
made. Wow, that's big news, huh? Whole Middle East is changing.
Yemen government shakeup. President says he will not seek re-election. He's stepping down. Wow.
He doesn't want to deal. He wants to live.
He's like, yeah, I don't care. I'll fucking relax.
He wants to live. Hey, I was wondering about groundhogs, and I was thinking if, like, where we're from, Long Island had one.
Did it? Does it?
Oh, yeah, it does.
Oh. Where?
That's the only reason why I'm mentioning
Out at Bald Hill?
It's a ghetto one.
Is it in Wyandanch? Brentwood?
It's Malvern.
Malvern.
Malvern was a little rough.
Malvern Malik?
There you go. It's Malvern Malik. It's the groundhog out there on Long Island. You know what? Exactly. I'm not even going to say the name now. All right, we'll continue. Stay there.
Yes, hello.
Hello?
I called you before. My name is the Egyptian Magician.
The Egyptian Magician?
Right. I called. They told me to call back in 10 minutes.
Hold on. Hi, can I help you? Hi, this is Carol, the night manager.
Yes, my name is Tarbash, the Egyptian magician. I do magic act.
Okay. If you want to come in and audition...
What I do, I eat hot coal.
That's great.
I stab customer and I sick my cat on my performers and they maul them on stage.
Wow.
But in my country, that's considered entertainment.
Yeah, that's considered magic.
Right.
Right.
And then I light people on fire, but it is, fake, and
It's fake.
Right. But that's what I do. The Egyptian magician.
The Egyptian magician.
Right. Then for encore, I punch my chest, and then it disappeared to the crowd.
You punch your chest, and it disappears in the crowd. That's it?
Yes, my friend.
Uh-huh. Well, if you want to stop by, you would only be able to do 2 tricks.
Okay, that's good enough for me. I'm the best.
Okay, every Wednesday night.
Then I have small mountain cat.
The mountain cat.
That I terrorize people.
You terrorize people with the mountain cat. Okay, well, I don't know if you better not bring the mountain cat in for the first time.
Okay.
Okay. Come by 8:45, sign up, and see how you do.
Okay, and then maybe just for extra bonus, I choke some of you faculty staff.
Yeah, you choke the staff. Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Okay, then I come out with whip.
Yeah, you come out with the whip. Okay, we'll stop by and we'll see how the act goes.
Okay, my friend.
Thank you, my friend.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony on the Virus, Sirius XM.
We're looking at Christy Brinkley because she's on the birthday list today. 57 years old. Unbelievable.
Holy shit.
And then we were looking at pictures to see what she kind of looks like, and not bad at all. And then we saw a picture with her wearing a hat. And when they start wearing hats, you know it's over.
Yeah?
Because the hats are a distraction.
Is that what it is?
For the older women, yeah.
The old women.
When they start wearing those fancy hats.
Pop on the fedora.
Not the winter hat, just, kind of the fedora
derby.
type. Right, exactly.
A derby.
Starting to cover up the hurt.
The derby should make a comeback.
It probably will. Everything else does.
I'll wear a derby.
You want to be a derby guy.
A derby. A bowler hat.
Hey, stupid Ryan Seacrest tweeted yesterday that you got to watch American Idol because they're going to be apologizing. I think
Waddle Doodle?
Sam's all about the pop culture. I don't know if it's happening tonight or tomorrow, but make sure you watch like in the beginning because they're going to apologize for something. And I think they're going to apologize.
Yeah.
Oh, they're ready to go?
I'm not sure. No,
they're soon. Okay. And the rumor is they're going to apologize for wheeling out that vegetable.
What?
Yeah, because it was.
How do you apologize for that?
Basically, they got a lot of hate mail from people going, what did that have to do with the show?
And
just like we said.
Why are they teasing an apology?
Well, because that's what Ryan Seacrest does. He creates buzz. That's why he's got so many followers on Twitter.
I think apologizing for it is
but
he's
teasing,
sicker than even bringing her out.
Yeah, he's teasing that there's some kind of apology, and a lot of people speculating that it's got to be when they rolled her out.
You can make an excuse. You can justify it easier than you can apologize for it. I think you could say, hey, this guy, it's his girl, this happened. It's part of his life story. We do people's stories. What's your problem? Well, you uncomfortable with seeing people? You can really, lay into people that are upset with it. But to apologize for it is almost like, hey, we're sorry you had to look at this, fucking creature.
Yeah, he said the girl had an accident and we were being empathetic and we why not put her in the limelight for a minute.
Although it's a network, so obviously they'll do the wrong thing.
But the other thing is they're thinking that it might be that they left Taylor Hicks out of some kind of like all-star American Idol montage.
Oh, okay. That's probably it then.
Where they forgot about poor Taylor Hicks.
Taylor Hicks sucked with his dumb fucking white hair.
I forgot you weren't a fan.
I hated him.
I met him here at Sirius XM. He couldn't have been nicer. He's such a fucking nice guy.
That's all he's got is being
really
a nice guy.
I like label drop him.
Oh yeah, he's had a tough time since Idol, but
oh yeah.
But I liked him, man. I liked him at the time because
really?
I thought he was very different, and he had a hell of a voice on him.
Oh, this Peter Graves hair. Shut up. Ass.
You're 27. Dye that. No one's gonna know.
Yeah, come on. There's a little medicine on there. Medicine. I think Bobby calls it medicine.
Ask Liam Neeson what he's been using. Go to a fucking Japanese restaurant and just make sure you don't get wasabi in your hair.
Dip your head in.
Alert, it is Groundhog's Day, despite the fact that there is a gigantic storm in the Northeast. And as you can see live in Puxatawney, Pennsylvania, they have just pulled Phil
let's hear
of his hutch. The big question now is whether or not he saw his shadow when he was pulled out. You can see they've got TV cameras and whatnot. But what happens next is once they parade him in front of the crowd of thousands there, within the next 10 minutes or so, one of the officials there in Puxatawney, Pennsylvania, will make a declaration whether or not he saw his shadow. So stand by for that. In the meantime,
remember that?
back to the studio.
I hope he mauls somebody.
Prognosticator of prognosticators.
Yeah, exactly.
I fucking
has determined that on this day, shut up.
And to the people out there that say, why does the rest of the world hate us?
This is why. Look at that.
This is why. They're spending a lot of time on the news over this dumb groundhog, and they're having a revolution in Egypt.
Yeah, there's a revolution in Egypt, and there's dummies with fucking top hats and a fucking giant rat trying to figure out what the weather's going to be.
Right.
Based on if it sees his shadow and talks to the guy. The rat talks to the guy. Oh, of course, he's got a Steelers fucking
But you know what? It's all these idiots that show up there.
Yeah.
If no one showed up or covered it.
But
an
those
event.
people don't give a fuck. It's a party. They're all just trying to get laid.
Yeah. Oh, here he goes.
Oh.
Instructed which scroll to read.
Oh,
listen to this, douche.
It sure is cold today.
Shut up. How cold is
Hear
it?
ye,
Cold
hear
in the
ye,
D.
hear ye. On Gobbler's Knob, on this beautiful Groundhog Day, February 2nd, 2011, Punxsutawney Phil was raised from his burrow by the call of President Bill Dealey. He greeted his handlers, Ben Hughes and John Griffiths, and after casting an inquisitive eye towards thousands of his faithful followers, he proclaimed, the Steelers are going to the Super Bowl!
Going to the Super Bowl? Wouldn't you say win the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
dummy?
We know.
You hack?
We know they are.
Back to the business at hand. He surveyed his surroundings carefully and found that there was no shadow around. So an early spring it will be!
Motherfucker! Fucking A, motherfucker!
Now let's kill the groundhog!
Just fucking, spike him like
the
you would a
sky
football.
is clear. Prepare yourself for warmth.
Well, that is huge news, everybody. We love Phil, everybody.
No, he tried, though. He tried.
By the way, someone is being squished by a tank as we speak.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, God.
That's that guy's whole job.
Yeah,
now he has 364 days to wait to do that again. That's all he does.
Why are they interviewing the gopher?
All right. We're watching to see what the determination is from the groundhog.
What?
They already said it,
We
asshole.
do not expect him to actually speak into that microphone.
But
this is a tradition for many, many years.
Thank you very much for coming.
All right.
Phil's
And
125th birthday.
And what happened?
For those
well,
of you sticking
I bet it's
around,
not the
he
same
did not
Phil.
see his shadow, which means
It is actually
an
old.
early
Oh, is
spring,
he?
which on the day of a gigantic blizzard is exactly what we want to hear.
I wish it would just lay its big fucking
Very nice.
teeth into that guy's
That's the
neck.
earliest they've ever done that at in Puxatawney.
Really?
Very well. All right, straight ahead on this Groundhog
What a
Day.
shitty
Look at this.
show.
They punched, kicked,
They
and
really
then left
don't
him
put on-
hanging from a
that's-
fence. Now,
What a shitty show they
That
got.
is pretty much the big moment. That's the money shot of Groundhog Day.
Look,
and they suck.
Look,
Oh, I know.
Look, as people that find some stuff funny that what am I trying to say? Putting the kid in the tree makes me laugh really hard. And I know we're not supposed to laugh at that.
I know.
It's so twisted, obviously, but the video of him in the tree.
I know, because he's being beat up.
It's horrible.
There's a case of bullying that was going on.
And obviously there's a bullying epidemic going on out there, but the video of the kid.
I know, they're just stuffing him in a tree.
Because that shit happened to all of us.
Yeah,
but it wasn't bullying
up.
back then.
No, it was called, you should have ran
and
faster.
Obviously
run faster home.
I got to be careful. Obviously, what these kids did is it's horrible, and it's wrong. But the video of the kid, they're trying to shove him.
Why were they trying to shove him in the tree? They also tried to shove him into something else too, like on top of a fence. And trying to like hang him up on a fence.
And in the end, the kid wasn't really hurt.
No,
still horrible. Obviously
the the fucking video I saw, they didn't. They weren't like kicking him. It wasn't like they had him down on the ground and they were dragging him around by his feet on the ground. Right. But he was down there, and I thought they were going to start kicking him in the head and shit. And I didn't see any of that. So
they lifted him up and tried to.
They fucked with him. They fucked with him bad.
Put him in a tree.
Yeah.
Why are they blurring everybody out, man? These guys were
they're Utes.
Yeah, but they were brave enough to do it and fucking film it for their friends. So let's see your faces.
Yeah. Upper Darby. That's where the Tower Theater is.
Upper Darby is. Yeah, I know Upper Darby.
And look, now that they're dragging him by his feet.
Yeah, but this part.
And then they pick him up, and now they're trying to hang him on a fence.
This is actually news, though. Some kids put another kid in a tree. It's like.
Yeah, because look, this guy's angry. We will not have this happen. It will never.
Hate their fellow students and make the streets unsafe. It's unconscionable. We're not going to tolerate it, and they're going out in handcuffs.
Authorities say they have arrested 7 teenagers in connection with the assault.
White and
6
black.
were arrested Monday.
They got together.
They got together for some bullying.
Working together for bullying.
It's about time we get together for something.
Yeah, that was nice to see.
Does the kid being stuffed in the tree make you laugh, even though you're not supposed to laugh at that?
It's hysterical.
It is, right?
Yeah, because you've seen that before.
Oh my God, I saw all that.
Kids being bullied, you see that.
They shoved me in a locker in high school, all sorts of shit.
Yeah, stop. Turn that
It was part of growing up, wasn't it?
Yeah, being bullied.
Then again, part of growing up is when those kids show back up with a fucking trench coat.
Right.
And they fucking extract a pound of vengeance.
Sure.
But is it worse now than it was before teachers did anything and before the police did anything?
Right. Yes. And I'll tell you why, because Ellen DeGeneres is talking about it.
Oh, shit.
Makes it way worse.
Oh, shit. Bullying. Because back then it was just no one went to the fucking principal when you got your ass handed to you outside the school, or you were bullied or some shit. Like, everyone knew who the bully was. You just didn't fuck with him, and you walked past on eggshells hoping nothing was gonna happen where he decided you were the fucking wounded gazelle by the watering hole. That was what the bully did.
Who the fuck went to the principal? That's like going to the warden in prison.
You didn't do
that.
You
just didn't do that.
You didn't do it.
That would make it way worse.
Now the police get involved in shit. Although we never had the opportunity to put the fun stuff in front of the world to see on YouTube and shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
We just had to tell the stories. We were like old school, like the Indians telling the story of when you beat the kid up.
Yeah. I don't know.
Tatanka.
I don't have kids that age, so I have no idea if it's worse. I have no idea.
I mean,
I would assume it might be a little more worse than when we were growing up.
Is the result worse? Is what I'm talking about. Like the bullying. All right, everyone had bullying events or bullied people or whatever it was, but did we turn into a more violent people than these people that are being bullied now are turning into? I don't know. Like Jimmy was saying, he comes back with a trench coat mafia kind of a thing.
I really don't know.
Yeah,
this is out of our league because we don't have kids that age.
Oh,
I know my sister. She's got a 12 and a 10, and she said it's a completely different world out there for kids.
Yeah,
completely. But that's her take on it.
They are being raised softer,
so
weaker,
much softer, and I think that plays into this. Thank you.
It does, but a part of it, like a lot of the real nasty bullying. There's a lot of fucking 40 and 50-year-old fucking cocksuckers out there. And there's a lot of people out there that are fucked up because they were bullied, that are like fucking squeamish as adults. And it's like beyond just normal competition, but guys that were just tortured growing up. I mean, it's a balance, you know?
I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, but I wonder what the, repercussions there are. I don't know. They are being raised like really fucking wimpy. Like kids don't go out anymore. You don't see them like riding their bikes around fucking and just being out doing things.
That's a good point.
We were thrown out of the house as kids. It's like, get out, do something, go.
You got home from school, And you were in maybe for a quick snack, right?
And then you were gone for hours.
And then you were gone until at least dark.
And your mother
Every
never
day.
knew where you were. Your father, they didn't know where you went. You just know you went out with friends. I'm going out with my friends. All right, whatever.
Remember when you did stay home? Maybe because it was still in the middle of a snowstorm or rain or whatever.
Yeah.
And it just felt weird.
It was weird. It was
that you were
odd
inside?
to be, inside. And then we'd go traipsing around in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
It turns into like Lord of the Flies. You're just fucking throwing rocks, building forts, and throwing things, breaking shit.
Man, you're right. You don't really see kids out anymore.
Kids aren't out. They're not out playing anymore.
As much.
Yeah. We had neighborhoods where I grew up where it was like every weekend you couldn't even like drive around. The adults couldn't drive around because the streets were just kids with bicycles and fucking, we'd play war and shit. We get little guns and you run around the yards and playing and shit. No one does that anymore. They lock their kids up in the house to keep them fucking safe because there's animals out there, I guess. I don't know. Or the perception. I think the news has scared the shit out of parents, too. Because, there are horrid people out there doing horrid things, but again, is it any more than it was?
Nah, you're always going to lose a few to some kid touching.
Of course.
Just a few.
Happen then.
What are you going to do? You got to deal with the overall numbers.
Yeah. Because you got to look at the percentages.
You can't save everybody.
Percentages.
You got to sacrifice a few of the little fuckers.
I don't know. What do kids do these days? Like
video
just
games.
Computing?
Are you kidding me?
Computers. You don't go out.
And they all got phones.
Go to the mall.
My 10-year-old niece got a phone. Could you imagine having a phone at 10? How cool that would be.
I couldn't use the phone at 10 in the house. Like that phone. I had to could I
ask
call?
permission.
Yeah.
Don't tie up the line because there wasn't call waiting.
Yeah, don't tie it up. And no long-distance calls. Long distance.
Who you calling? Long distance as a 10, 11-year-old.
Yeah. Anyone still doing the prank call, or is it too easy to get caught?
Too easy to get caught.
Remember how much fun prank phone calls were as kids? That was drugs. Yeah. For me, that was doing drugs on the weekend. If you had friends over, and you just grabbed that phone and had the balls enough to start dialing and making prank phone calls, you would laugh your ass off, and it was such a feeling of satisfaction. It was just the greatest thing growing up.
Did you buy into the fact when the guy on the other end said, I know where you live, and you were freaked out the
Sometimes
rest of the
it would
day?
freak out. Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe he just does.
I don't know.
There's no call waiting or anything, but he goes, I know where you live.
I don't know.
And the whole day you're just in this paranoid state like, does he? Maybe, did he recognize
I think
my voice?
he might know.
Oh, fuck.
I remember pranking once, a bad call, and this was always the ballsiest thing you could ever do, is dialing 0 and pranking the operator. Because you would prank the operator, and then you'd hang up and pick up your phone, and for like 5 minutes you wouldn't have a dial tone. Like, she'd pull the fucking plug on your phone.
Right, because they're trying to trace it.
And you'd start freaking out like they're tracing it, they're sending the cops. You'd look out the window thinking the cops are going to come for a prank call.
That takes balls.
It was scary.
I don't know if I ever did that.
It was usually a friend that was fucking up. It's like, you don't prank the operator, you asshole.
It was usually the friend that discovered pot first.
That's like whacking out a made man.
Yeah, look, can we just call the bowling alley? Did we have to call the operator, really?
Bowling alley, ask him if you've got 10-pound balls and hang up. It's fucking, we'll laugh our asses off and fucking.
It's a classic.
Eat a whole pack of Hubba Bubba. It's fucking great.
I used to love.
Night is set.
I used to call. When I was in high school, we'd get stoned, and I used to call these like places where nuns were, where they were. Where there was like this sisterhood or whatever it was.
A nunnery, a convent.
It was like a place that
was
nuns.
it a convent?
I don't know.
The convent Santanko.
I just don't remember. It was something that nuns ran or whatever, and I would always call and say that like. My older men were having sex with me, and
oh no, you didn't.
Oh yeah, constantly.
Holy shit! What are you talking?
Yeah, we would just giggle.
How come you have to turn? We're talking about this innocent
with my
little
friends,
childhood thing that we
Jimmy
would do.
Always has to take it way further.
Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You better let him out. Hardy har, hang up. And you have to talk about calling nuns and telling them you had man dick in your ass.
Yeah, I was being sexually abused. I called a bomb. I told you a bomb's threat into my high school.
Holy shit.
We were all stoned. And I remember they said everybody had to leave the school and walk out. That was convincing.
Wow.
That's 1985.
I think the statute of limitations doesn't run out till tomorrow.
No, yeah, let us.
Now you're in trouble.
I was stoned. What are you going to do? I was fucking high. We were all laughing at my friend's house.
I know. Yeah, Danny's
You can't do
right.
it now.
I've been really high. I've never called in a bomb threat anywhere.
If you knew when I was even younger where I tried to call, I called the White House. I was very young. I was probably 12, 13. I forget how I got them. I had the operator put me through or something from the a public library.
Was it Reagan? Who was in?
Oh,
you were
God.
12?
You know what? 19. It was probably Reagan, beginning of Reagan. I mean, 13. Yeah, or end of Carter. And I remember calling in.
What would you want to
bomb
say?
Scare, yeah.
To the White House?
Yeah.
What were you going to do?
Wow.
You got through.
I don't know. I was just, you're 12. You're not
You wanted to see if you could do it.
Yeah, I used to call the FBI all the time. You don't think.
You were really on the edge.
I was antisocial.
Yeah. You're really like...
I don't even know if it went through. I might have just been the operator. Like, I don't even know if she actually got me through to the White House.
You were one of those kids like that. If my mother used to keep tabs on our friends a little bit. And you were one of those that she would say, I really don't want you hanging out with that boy, that Jimmy Norton boy. I think you'd be that kid.
I never knew when the joke was over. I remember, I was thinking this morning on the way in. I was listening to this song by Kiss called Do You Love Me? And at the end of the song, they just keep repeating, Do you love me? It just keeps repeating it. But I remember me and my friend Lutzy were listening.
Lutzy?
Yeah. You don't see Lutzys anymore.
No, there's no Lutzy. Can Lutzy come out and play?
I was at Lutzy's house, and the Kiss record was playing, and every time they would say, Do you love me? I would just scream, no, and jump up and pretend I was stepping on the record. But it happened so many times that it just got uncomfortable and unfunny. And his father came in and was like, could you be quiet?
There we go.
There it is.
Do it, Jimmy, yeah. Stomp on that record.
No.
No.
That's an Edison, though. I was like in third grade or second grade.
Yeah.
No.
I remember this one.
No.
You guys just like trying to be funny. Do you ever hear songs today and remember where a skip was in the song?
Oh, yeah.
There's a,
That's fucked up, yeah.
The song, I was Kiss Destroyer. And on the way in, we're going to listen to the whole song.
Yeah, right.
There's that song called Flaming Youth, which I don't know what that was about. Paul Stanley sang it. But there's this sound, getting it together to break out of my cage is the line. And my record would skip and it would go brage, like it would ache out of my cage, would be taken out. And I hear that now, and that's 30 years ago, and I still fucking wait for that skip.
That's fucked up because I know exactly what you're talking about. That's happened with a few songs where, yeah, you played them on a record
so many times,
and it skipped in the same place.
Yeah.
And and you hear the song now, and you expect to hear the skip.
You ever put a nickel on it or a penny to try to fucking make it not skip?
Yeah, yeah.
But then it just makes the rest of the song slow and not skipping.
Yeah. Sometimes the needle would be so fucked up it would just go whoop right across the whole record.
I was so bad. Like I used to always not know what the lyrics. Like I would always misinterpret lyrics and think they were saying other things.
And you would sing along to it. Wrong lyrics.
Yeah. I was wrong lyrics kid.
What? Wrong lyrics.
You got an example?
Kid.
No. Yeah. I was. No. But in the beginning of Do You Love Me, the line is, you really like my limousine. But I didn't know what that was at that age. I thought he was saying, you really like Maji Mozi.
Who was that? Isn't he the contender to take over in Egypt?
I didn't know what that meant. The contender.
The contender.
Fuck, it's embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. You really did do dopey things as a kid, and you kind of, like, they're so embarrassing sometimes when you think about it. Once my cousins came up from like Maryland, and we went in the backyard to play, and I thought we could fish. There wasn't a lake around or anything, so I dug a hole with a little spade shovel and filled it up with water, and put these twigs with thread and a safety pin on it in the water hole.
Yeah.
And convinced everybody and myself that the fish are able to dig tunnels with their tails, and we'll end up in this hole and we'll catch fish. And then we had to go somewhere, and we came back, and the whole time we were gone, all I was thinking is, I can't wait to get home and pull this fish out of this little hole that was dug. And I got home, and of course
the dirt soaked up the water in like 2 seconds, and it was just a little mud hole with no fish.
The little pile of inoculated arms.
But I thought there would be fish. I really was psyched.
But it sounds like the beginning of a child abuse movie. Yeah. You know what I mean? It has that creepy, there's a weird innocence / imagination going on, but it's covering up some horrific fucking abuse at home.
It was just dopey kid thinking.
You're on your hands and knees digging the hole and trying to block out the fact that your hiney is on fire. It feels like a flame is being put into it. But it's really just the average-sized genitals of a much older man.
Jesus.
But it feels like fire in your backside.
Fire in my bunghole. No, I was a dopey kid who actually convinced myself, and it was all I would think about the entire time we had to go to the store, and I was like, I want to get home, the fish.
Yeah.
And I think I started crying when there were no fish.
And that could mean just horrific shit.
Of course, I would cry at everything.
I used to steal movie lines and try to make them my own.
Oh no! What? Like serious ones?
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
Yes.
Not like doing funny comedy
no.
lines. You would try to make people think that you came up with this shit?
I would just say them. I remember there's a scene.
Would you change it?
If I had to. But I remember there's a scene in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner where Sidney Poitier yells at his father. His father was a postal worker. My dad was too, so I used the same speech on my dad.
No!
It was
I remember
really
seeing
bad.
that. Yeah.
Did he know you were using it?
I don't know.
He had to. I was like, wait a minute, my kid's
That was a
doing
big movie.
So there's one line in there that says, "You think of yourself as a colored man. I think of myself as a man." I don't think I said that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thrown that in. Probably not appropriate.
It's embarrassing.
Do you remember one line from it that you actually said to him about postal worker?
There was something about, I don't care if you carry that bag 30 or 90,000 miles. You did what you were supposed to do because you owed me, as the son. It was a good speech. It's a pretty good monologue.
Because it was written by a fucking an Academy Award-winning writer.
It was pretty good when Sidney Poitier said it.
Yeah, when he delivered it.
Not Jimmy Norton.
Young fucking plagiaristic Jimmy Norton.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't as good when I was standing there on my steps in North Brunswick, in my house, yelling it up at them. Trying to shoehorn it in.
Just trying to use it.
And they were just reading the paper, ignoring me.
Who cares?
That's hilarious, dude.
Auditioning little faggot.
Oh, how fucking, cringy, dumb kid stuff.
This guy had a prank that shut down his whole high school. Bill in Brooklyn. Bill.
Yeah, good morning, O&A. How's everything?
Whoa, Reagan's stepping down?
Hello.
Why?
Oh, look at that.
Why is he stepping?
I don't know. It's farewell address to the nation. Oh, it was today.
President Reagan's stepping down today. Breaking news on Fox
January
News.
11th.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, then what the hell is it? Oh, is it his 100th birthday or something?
Yeah.
What?
Whatever.
What happened?
Reagan appointee hands. Oh, it was a Reagan appointee that handed down the ruling that health care law is unconstitutional.
Did I ever tell you one of the first jokes I ever wrote, when I first started doing comedy? I was about Reagan. And I was like, yeah, Reagan was, Reagan. Oh, no, I didn't write it. Actually, it was what I did before I did comedy. I thought it'd be funny if I said, yeah, Reagan, was an actor, now he's president. He's still acting.
Hey, let's go to Bill in Brooklyn. Bill, what do you got for the show?
Hi, good morning, O&A.
Who's the first lady, Jane Wyman?
Basically, about 20 years ago, we before school sessions began, we shoved a boombox in a air-conditioned vent in one of the classrooms, and I plugged it in before classes so that it should be able to blast during classes, and we attached a contraption, the clap on, clap off. And as the sessions began, our class basically gave a loud clap, and the music went throughout the whole high school through the vents of the air condition. Principal comes running in, asking where the noise is coming from. Our teacher points to the vents of the air condition. He says, yeah, in my office it's coming through there as well. Took them a while to figure it out. We just clap on, clap off. Music went on, music went off. Took a whole day until they figured out what happened. But the whole high school had music for the day, and it was they couldn't figure it out. Anyway, punching out.
I'm sorry for that.
That's pretty cool. When you're ready, you can combine the clapper.
I wonder what song it was.
Man.
Hopefully Taps commemorate what he did to this radio show.
All right.
That's all right.
Fuck. We were doing so well.
I know, just a little fun.
Again.
You didn't like my joke that I wrote?
No, that still acting. Get it? Man. Oh, boy, were you fucking profound.
No, I just thought it was clever wordplay.
Clever.
He's still acting.
Yeah, that's a good joke.
No. I don't like it. I don't find it funny at all.
It's not a home run.
It's fucking it's horrible.
Do you know one of the first jokes I ever did on stage? And this is at the Varsity Pub in 1990. It was stupid. I said something about a black hole. They found a black hole, and it turns out it was just Oprah laying spread eagle.
No, you didn't say that.
It was a big Oprah pussy joke. That was one of the first jokes I ever did on stage.
Didn't say that.
I did.
Did it get a laugh?
No, why would it? It was horrible. Of course not. Got exactly what it should have. A 0. And uncomfortable stares. I didn't know that there was inappropriate jokes.
Inappropriate? Oh, you didn't know?
No, it wasn't even. It was just 'cause it wasn't a good joke. It was just,
yeah.
You get it. She's a big pussy and she's black.
So, was it hacky back then?
No, it was just terrible.
It was black hole jokes, and then equating it with a colored woman's pussy.
Yeah, and a fat colored woman.
Wasn't there an Oprah crack joke?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
What was the Oprah crack joke? Old school.
Smuggling how many something pounds of crack in her pants.
Yeah.
That's a terrible joke.
It's an old school joke we all told.
So
hey, we're going to go to break. It's Black History Month.
Yes, it is.
We're changing it up a little bit and doing black tweets.
Black tweets. You know,
and maybe we'll throw in some old school Black History stuff that like we've done in the past.
Because, some of those tweets are great.
Yeah, the blacks really know how to tweet.
Oh, boy.
Here's one for Black History Month.
In honor of Black History Month, the Opie and Anthony Show proudly takes a look at some of the most inspiring and intellectually stimulating African Americans on Twitter. Today's tweet comes from Slime Nasty with an E. I'm scared. Who writes,
"Why are these niggas so loud at 10:30 in the morning? Take y'all asses to sleep. Guess I'm woke for now."
Well said, Slime Nasty. Stay tuned all month as we continue to celebrate the advancements of the African American culture here on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM. The Virus. Sirius XM. You're listening to Opie and Anthony.
Who cares if he was disappointed?
Unbelievable.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. No, he's not kidding. Whatever. Just fucking. We got whatever.
Fantastic.
Trying to hold back, but we got guys down the hall that don't understand jokes, and their feelings get hurt way too easily. What? It made my radar. That made my radar without asking around. When we were saying that Don, forget it. Just let it go.
Yeah,
just take the joke and take a little beating. It'll be okay.
You know why we don't say like it's a joke? Because you sometimes ruin it by saying things are a joke. You know, just take it.
The point is,
have a sense of humor. We're a fucking show that says a lot of nasty shit to each other, to the staff, to fucking management, whatever, on the air. On the air. If you hear it on the air, don't take it all that seriously, okay?
Well, if you need to know the truth, Don Wicklund was awful, and you guys are awful. So that's the God's honest truth.
Yeah.
If you really need to know. But yesterday we were joking how, we missed the days of Don Wicklund because of all the stuff that's going on around here. The fact is, he was awful, and you guys are awful. There you go.
There. That's all.
Now your feelings could really be hurt because we should be going to the Super Bowl. They fucked that up.
We heard why yesterday.
Oh, well, they had to pass the buck and blame it on sales.
Idea, actually.
They blamed it on sales. Sales couldn't get it together. As half this fucking company's going to the Super Bowl. Literally half the company's going. But we're not. And supposedly, I've been told that we're a high-profile show. I don't believe that whatsoever, but I've been told that.
You know when we're a high-profile show?
Yeah.
When we do things that they don't like. And then they always say, hey, you guys are a high-profile show. You can't do this. You can't take that day off because this show is off, or you can't do this material. You're a high-profile show.
But then when it comes to things like the Super Bowl, we're kind of treated, like second, third class.
We
citizens.
should be there. Yeah. And the excuse was so lame. If we
get it.
If we had people that weren't awful, they would figure that stuff out. Like, oh, Super Bowl is a big deal. A lot of the companies going down there. Well, Opie and Anthony certainly should be broadcasting live from there, considering they're one of our high-profile shows.
Yeah.
So I don't care. Well, I do care it didn't get done, but the excuse that you passed it on to somebody else is ridiculous. You didn't know how to get it done.
It's
obvious. You didn't know what it took to get a showdown to the Super Bowl.
You're right about you can't get your feelings hurt when things are said, like anything that's said on the air. I mean, with very few exceptions, especially if it's in the context of those talks that we're having. It's for the air. We're having a good time. We're breaking balls, or it's an exaggeration.
Yeah.
And it's like the guys that run our channel. I think like Tim Sabian runs Howard's channel, but Tim is used to that shit because he's had so many years of it. So he knows it's just kind of comes with the. I think these guys aren't really used to that, and they kind of take it personally. And it's like, you can't take it personally. If I call somebody up by name, and you'll know if I really mean it, or if I'm just breaking balls because you're the quote-unquote boss. There's a difference between shitting on the boss when the boss does something stupid,
right,
which we have to do, and being legitimately attacking a person on a personal level.
Yeah.
You guys got to be able to separate that a little bit.
Wait a minute.
They're very thin.
Oh, my God.
That's not a guy calling saying I did something, right?
No.
Oh,
my. Garrett in the Bronx, go ahead.
I have a problem. You guys aren't allowed at the Super Bowl, but yet they're using your virus station to broadcast the fact that everybody in the company is going
Is that so many people are calling in right now? There's some kind of promo running that's saying everyone's going to the Super Bowl. Could you find that? No, we're allowed at the Super Bowl. The guys that are in charge of this channel fucked it up and couldn't figure out how to get us there. That is exactly what happened. But they don't want to take responsibility, so they blamed it on the sales guys. I hear OutQ's going. I hear Mad Dog's going. I hear the Morning Mashup is going. I hear Cavino and Rich. Obviously, one of those guys works with the Mashup, so that wasn't that big of a stretch. But there's a lot of fucking people.
Foxhole is doing interviews. If you look at like the press schedule,
then you got all the a bunch of the executives and stuff are going.
I bet
and they don't even do radio shows.
Are they going?
I bet a bunch of them are going.
Our guys fucked it up. Simple as that. How is it the rest of the company's going and we're not going?
How are we not going to the Super Bowl?
It's stupid.
Exactly.
Because someone fucked it up.
How are we not going?
I know who fucked it up. But if I say who, he'll have tears in his eyes, so I'll just shut up.
Tears in his eyes, I guess, as he fucked this up.
Although I don't I don't know anybody in sales, but I don't totally let them off the hook. They might have been able to do something. I'm not saying it's all their fault, but I think it's probably a combination.
How are the rest of these people going? It's based on I'm sure there's sponsors and sales involved.
Probably much cheaper.
Because they ain't going to fucking pay for everyone to go to the Super Bowl unless they could figure it out with sales. Yeah. Company doesn't like spending money if you haven't figured that out yet.
Oh, I know, man.
Unless you're
But there probably was
a
way
movie star that decide to do radio all of a sudden.
There probably was a way to get us down there.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could have got down there and done some good shows.
Oh, man. Would have been a fucking blast.
That would have been fun.
Like
when we did New Orleans, we got so much material.
Oh.
Literally that dumb Master Poe party rock thing.
Oh my God!
I mean, there were so many funny moments.
Huge.
We literally got
one of my favorite moments. I can't even talk about anymore.
Oh yeah.
Aunt knows. Aunt.
I know what you mean.
One of my favorite moments we can't talk about anymore.
Oh yeah, that was a great one. Oh, my God.
There were so many big laughs down there. We had fun broadcasts.
Yep.
Knocking hurricane drinks out of people's hands from
my God.
With the fucking beads.
We would ball up the beads, and then, because we were on the balcony, and then people were walking with their drinks in their hand, and we would fire the balled up beads down right into their drinks and knock them out of their hands.
And we made a game out of it.
Pissed.
Hey,
it's amazing how many times we actually did it.
Now,
Good shot.
Let's stick with the facts. Here's the promo that's running. Maybe it was misrepresented to us through the phone calls.
All right, let's see.
A bunch of phone calls came in about this promo right here. Keep in mind, we're not going to the Super Bowl.
Hi, I'm Mike Church from Sirius XM Patriot, and I'm...
Oh, it got nagled?
No. Somebody just swapped it out because Troy and I just had it in here. Now
Oh, man.
else.
You mean
Why are they
pulling
taking it out, you fucking faggots?
They're pulling it out from under you? Holy shit, that's classic.
Oh, there's a bunch of babies. What do you mean they took it out?
It changed. Hang on.
Hold on. Let's see what happened.
This is the best.
Who pulled it out?
Or is this a nagel?
No, somebody is trying to get rid of the evidence before we play it. This is a hoodwink. Are you kidding?
They yanked it out?
Right in the middle of I was playing it. They just yanked it off the machine.
Come on.
I don't believe that.
That's got to be some
classic.
weird coincidence. They're not. They can't be that
Nobody
bad.
would be that stupid.
Funny.
They can't be that bad.
That's fucking funny. It never existed.
Nobody
It's like
would
Stalin.
pull that when we're talking about playing
Stalinism
it.
going on.
You got it?
Wow.
We might have another version of it.
Yeah, who's editing commercial logs mid-show? That's true.
Super Bowl 45, Steelers, Packers. 14 different broadcasts of Super Bowl 45 in 10 languages. Sirius NFL Radio, Mad Dog Radio, Jamie Foxx's The Foxhole, Maurice Jones-Drew's Fantasy Sports Radio Show, Hits One, and more. All live from North Texas. Plus, the Black Eyed Peas halftime show live in its entirety. All the sports, music, and entertainment action of Super Bowl 45 is in one place on Sirius XM. Visit Sirius.com/Super Bowl.
Holy shit.
They named 5 shows and then said, and more.
And more, because they said something like 20-something channels are going to be covering it. Wow, man.
A lot of those are sports channels, but
Well,
still.
whatever. They're able to go.
See, don't blame it on somebody else. You just...
It's the same company. I mean, I want to hear that first one, though. That
Yeah,
one
the first
sounded
one
was gearing
sounded
up
like
to
it was
be-
even worse.
Yeah, that one sounded like it was gearing up to be a good
It
one.
probably says, everyone we value,
Right.
everyone we hold in high regard will be flown down because we think they can do a good job. Anyone not seen as dog shit at this company.
Crappy shows will stay back at the studio.
Yes. Hang out with the Steelers. Rape with Ben Roethlisberger.
What happened to the first promo?
That is the oddest
that
thing.
one...
Dude, it's like one of those movies where you're trying to get the computer to download
And you see
something.
the info going
and,
away.
And it's like, what's happening? And somebody's at some remote location fucking with it.
It keeps changing. That promo's gone. Now it's a faction promo.
Can we
Is
hear
it on
it?
an automatic? Is it on an automatic timer thing?
No, the
Can we
Super
hear
Bowl
it?
didn't happen yet, so they would be playing that.
No, but I mean,
still.
would they swap it for a different time so it
Oh,
plays
I
a
see.
different... I don't know how it works.
Is there any way to hear it? Iraq? Yeah, the one.
You
that-
want...
Troy's saying it's a different card and a different file, so they're putting different audio into the file.
So could you?
Who just did that?
Yeah, who did it?
I don't know.
It's
We
not-
found it in the log. We brought it into the button bar.
Eric, swear to me that you didn't fuck up.
I swear to God, we did not fuck up.
Who has the power right now to have stopped that while you were playing it?
Right when we were talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't know who's here. I've been sitting back in the
Where
board.
would that be done
No one
from?
knows.
See, this is how conspiracies start. It could just be a
great and
coincidence.
It could be
powerful
done from
cause.
anywhere who has access to these logs and to the commercials.
Oh wait, someone's running into the booth. Turn around, Iraq.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Is this bad?
No, Derek's doing something else.
Oh, D-boy. D-boy's
Vomiting.
always busy.
All right.
Vomiting on his shoes.
Jason in Virginia. Jason, it played.
what's up, boys?
It played last break. What did it say?
What you all just played.
Oh, it's close.
That last bit you guys just played with the 20 channels
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah, but Iraq was going to play a different version of that.
Yeah.
And it sounded like they
okay.
were going to name more shows.
Yeah, because he said,
like-
"Hi, I'm Mike Church" or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, boys.
All right, thank
Do
you.
we really have no say in what they advertise on this channel?
No.
Like when somebody pointed out recently that they were like Russell Brand was being advertised when he wouldn't come in. It was like
Yeah.
you have no ability just to pull it off.
Mm-hmm. Iraq, is he talking to somebody?
I was telling Danny, the Mike Church one was a promo that they're running for celebrating Reagan's 100th birthday on one of the political channels.
Okay.
So you did fuck up.
No, the cart changed.
Oh,
we
it
didn't touch. We
changed.
found the cart in the log, put it into the button bar, cued it. It was the spot. As soon as we hit play on the air, it was the Mike Church.
It
one.
changed
okay.
instantly.
All right, at least it makes sense.
Danny's got it.
Okay. Well, someone will get it.
All right.
Someone. As
Well,
we say.
I mean, the point is the one we just played kind of proves our point. A lot of shows are going to the Super Bowl, and for some reason we're not.
We're not.
And we were given some lame excuse yesterday because someone doesn't want to take responsibility.
Didn't
for the
we
fact
ask-
that
And
they
now
couldn't
the
get
whole
it together.
staff and us have to take shit
Right.
because someone's feelings are hurt.
Right.
Because we're not going to the Super Bowl because obviously something had to fuck up because other shows are able to make it happen.
Yeah.
Why can't we?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Would have been nice.
I know why. Because they don't take the show seriously. So they have people that hard workers, but do they really know this type of radio? That's my question. And if you don't really give a fuck about an actual show, that's exactly what you would do. Is put people in just to put people in.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. Simple as that.
Since we're on a bitch fest, I gotta get this out. I can't fucking believe this.
What?
The cabs on Long Island are
on Long
amongst
Island?
the worst because you got to call them. They're like taxi.
Where
you
were
don't
you going
hail 'em.
yesterday? You needed a cab.
I wasn't. This is this morning.
Oh, okay.
Melissa's got to get to the train station, right? Every time I've called a cab to come to my house, whether I've wanted to go to the train station, because occasionally I come to the city and I'm going to get fucked up, so I don't want to drive, so I take the train.
Right.
To get picked up by a cab on Long Island is just abominable. And this is great. She goes, so the cab finally shows up. They're always late. Always fucking late. And when you're on an airport fucking run, you every minute counts.
Sure.
And then you call them back, and they say things like, oh, yeah, the guy's on his way. He's on his way. And then the cabbie tells you, oh, I just got dispatched 5 minutes ago. Mm-hmm. And this is after 40 minutes
They're all
of waiting.
fucking liars,
They're fucking liars. Where is it?
You're a fucking liar.
Exactly. She goes, here's what she just texted me. Cab picks me up and had to pick up one of my neighbors as well for some reason. Now, this is something I think is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, they're allowed to pick up
multiple
more than one.
fucking fares.
So sometimes
during the weather?
No. Just anytime.
Sometimes you're in a cab with somebody you don't even fucking know, and they have to drive way out of your way to get that person dropped off and then finally drop you off.
No
this
discount,
is what happens
by
on
the
Long
way.
Island.
No discount, by the way. You pay the same fucking fare.
That's fucking
that you pay.
disgusting.
So get this. Picked her up. Had to pick up your neighbor as well. But she said she wasn't ready to go, so the cab and Melissa left to go to Mineola train station. But the woman, now the neighbor, called back and said, oh, I am ready. The cab driver turns around. They're on their way to the train station. She's got a train to catch.
How fucking...
Turns the fuck around to pick the neighbor up now.
Holy
and she says, now I'm
shit.
going to be late. Great.
Now it's going to be tough to get the plane crap, right?
No, it's not the plane. It's the train. She's got to come into the city. She's got jobs.
Oh, you said an airport.
Oh,
run.
no.
I thought she was getting the Kalamazoo girls back to the airport.
This has happened during airport runs.
Right.
And I'm just going to say, because I said, what is it? It is All Island Taxi. That is the shittiest fucking taxi company that exists. They're constantly late. They lie to me when I call the dispatcher and ask them where my fucking car is. All Island Taxi can suck my dead dad's dick. All Island Taxi can pink sock and fucking eat it. Eat each other's pink socked assholes.
Just never tip the driver if they do that. Never tip
the driver.
I've stood out
You're
there.
so enraged.
Oh,
I
no,
don't
I know.
give a fuck about the tip part.
It's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
And believe me.
And they're all scary, too.
Oh, boy, Melissa's catching on quickly, too. She goes, and of course the driver is a smelly, and then there's a word I can't say. This, by the way, was a very liberal-minded, the language. Oh,
What's
okay.
better than when you turn them?
Oh, I love turning them. Dude, I love turning them.
When certain words elicit like a look of what did you just say?
It's like, oh, believe me, you'll get used to it. You'll start using it in no time.
I'm in just the opposite jam. I have to try to tell her, I understand that's a great word, but you don't have to use it twice in the same sentence.
Your chick is a dream come true.
You don't understand.
She is sent from Jesus.
She uses it as a proper noun.
It is. But I love that. I've just read that. It's like, look at this. Look, it looks like one from Yorker. Is it great to read in print from a girl that never fucking wouldn't use that language? It's hysterical. All Island Taxi can suck my fucking cock. I have to find another taxi company because every time I've called them, they're late. I call the dispatcher. He blatantly fucking lies to me.
You can say whatever you want. They're laughing at you.
I know.
Because I think they're the only one.
They don't care. And then
I don't think there's another cab company out there.
That 2-3 people to a fucking cab bullshit? Fuck you. Here's my money. Take me from point A to point B. I don't want to stop anywhere else. I want to fucking go. I'm not fucking. Then I'm paying half. Yeah. If you're getting 2 fares,
I pay half, they pay half.
I'm going to go local. I don't want a tour of Oyster Bay before I get to Huntington Village.
Thank you. Exactly.
That was real good for about 10 people out there. Fuck.
So now, I mean, she's got fucking jobs to do here in the city.
My experience is they've all been crazy white people.
Oh, no.
Crazy, lunatic white drivers.
They're assorted on Long Island. They're kind of assorted. You do get the crazy white cab driver, which are they're insane. They're fucking insane.
Sorry, Big A.
But, see?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Sorry, Big A.
But you do occasionally get your typical cab drivers and stuff like that. But
Big A's Big A's hobbies. He likes to eat healthy food while watching autopsies. He likes to pull up a chair in an autopsy and eat a salad, a little pepper. Sorry, Aunt.
No, that's great.
Let me say hi to Poop Smears.
Smears.
He's got some knowledge. Poop Smears.
Oh, boys.
What's up, Poop?
Hey, I want to know if Anthony heard the story about Bloomberg, your cunt of a mayor, sending some sting operation into Arizona to buy fucking handguns.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I'm not 100% on this one on the side of the NRA and guns. Believe it or not, this is probably a first. Bloomberg, though, should keep his fucking schnoz out of the rest of the country's shit. Take care of New York.
How much did that cost you, fucking twat, Bloomberg?
Yeah. He sent an investigator to Arizona to a gun show to buy a pistol without any kind of background check. And the guy stated something to the effect of, there's no background checks. And the guy said no. And he goes, oh, good, because I probably wouldn't pass it anyway. And the guy sold him a gun anyway. Now, that is out of hand. You can't fucking sell a guy a gun like that. It's crazy. But it's not Bloomberg's fucking place. How about Arizona? How about Arizona sends investigators to New York to find out about state corruption and fucking money that's being flushed down the toilet? How about that? How about other states just start investigating Bloomberg's fucking asshole? How about his sex life? Why don't we send an investigator in and find out if Michael Bloomberg is gay? Why don't we do that? How about Idaho does that? Just sends an investigator in and pokes around with a camera to see if our mayor here is gay. How about that? Why don't you do that? But he sent an investigator to Arizona, and he did find some improprieties. I'll be honest. They should not have sold that guy a fucking gun. That investigator should not have sold him a gun. The laws that are in place have to be upheld and strictly enforced. We don't need new laws. There's plenty of good laws in place that'll keep fucking guns out of the hands of kooks and whatever. And you're always going to get those that'll slip through. And you're never going to be 100%. You can't catch every fucking
a lunatic became a major in the army. Hassan was they become cops. Right. It does happen.
Right. But there are improprieties going on at gun shows as far as selling guns without identifications, selling guns with other people's background checks, and then the guy just hands another guy a gun. These are illegal procedures. You're not supposed to do this. Straw purchases, they're called. Those have to be enforced. Yeah, I'm all for enforcing those laws that are already in place so that guns don't get in the hands of people that shouldn't have them. But for our dumb fuck-ass mayor, and again, this is just step one. I'm never going to think that Bloomberg would get something passed and then stop and say, all right, our gun problems are solved.
Our third-term mayor.
Yeah, our third-term mayor who made up his own third term. And then put a law that said no other mayor can do that.
What a fucking what an arrogant scumbag he is.
Yeah, he is an arrogant scumbag. You're right. Decided he was going to go to Arizona because there's not enough problems here in New York. Our fucking transit system is broke and fucking broken. We're in a financial crisis, and he's blowing hundreds of thousands of dollars on investigators to go to Arizona to try to find out how guns are being bought.
Just shows we have enough money. They're just using it.
Could Giuliani come back? Is he legally allowed to run again?
He doesn't want to deal
how about
with
he just signs a paper that says yes, he can, just like Bloomberg did?
Yeah.
How about you do that? Fucking asshole.
All right, Poop. Always a pleasure.
So a lot of people were tweeting me, asking me how I felt about that.
And now we know.
Yeah, I don't, I'm not totally against people keeping guns out of assholes' hands. But for Bloomberg, he's gotten it. Bloomberg has a very set and distinct agenda. and it is totally anti-gun. So I really, I don't trust him that this is where he would stop and that this is his big project and he wouldn't go any further after it. So that's where I'm at there. Thank you. End of story. End of story.
End of story.
I can't,
so to speak.
Happy birthday, faggot.
I am totally on the Fargo page today. That's all I'm doing.
There's a car. There's a car.
And one of my favorites. Where's this one?
You know, Jose Feliciano, you got no complaints.
Hey, Jose Feliciano, you got no complaints.
That's such a...
And he's just watching Jose Feliciano.
Is it really him?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Jose Feliciano.
Jose Feliciano, you got no complaints?
You got no complaints. And, you don't. He's there with his fucking ugly whore hooker, drinking some beers, watching Jose Feliciano.
It was like a casino
no
show?
Complaints. Yeah, it was like it was a hotel show. What
was
was the room?
It was at the celebrity room.
The celebrity room. Yeah, it was in the celebrity room. It's classic, man. One of my faves.
It's one of the greats.
It really is.
All right.
I want to go to Pancake's house. I'm fucking hungry now, you know.
You know. Fucking pancakes. You know.
Going to go to break with Uncle Nino's Bad Jokes and Wine.
Oh, wow.
Remember Vinny's uncle from the Jersey Shore?
Was a little something put together?
Something was put together by the boys.
Nice.
Let's take a listen to this. And after the break, I want to talk to Mars because filmed a little the J-Lo Jim Norton autograph picture thing yesterday.
Yeah.
And everyone is pointing out who was the asshole that went bang when J-Lo's ass walked by the window.
Ew, is that on camera?
Yeah.
Ew, he didn't go bang.
I think it was bang, right?
Did he put like a mad face on too?
Dude, he went bang! That's
good.
right. Look at that. So I want to talk to Mars about J-Lo's ass because he lost his fucking mind yesterday when she walked by the studio. But first, Uncle Nino doing some bad jokes and drinking some wine.
You know him as Vinny's lovable uncle from MTV's Jersey Shore.
Oh, what the fuck?
Now the Sicilian funny man brings his act straight off the boat and onto Broadway.
Listen, no, I gotta say something. Oh, shut the fuck up. Let me fucking talk.
Uncle Nino presents Bad Jokes and Wine.
I've been drinking all fucking week. We're back a toast to the crack that never heals. The more you rub it, the better it feels. You could scrub it from here to hell. You never get rid of that fishy smell.
Come see what nobody else will as the stereotypical Italian recites line after line of adolescent toilet humor.
First time I had sex, I was so scared, I was all by myself. I said, I was with this girl. I says, honey, is it in? She says, yes. Well, start walking towards me now. Oh. I asked this guy, I says, buddy, I says, did you ever see the numbers on the condoms? He says, what numbers? So I guess you don't have to roll it back that far, huh? Wow.
Never before has an offensive cartoonish caricature told so many bad jokes in 1 hour, writes the Daily News.
Oh, wait, what do you call that shit? Chunk. What the fuck? How come only brothers can play basketball? Because you gotta know how to steal, run, and shoot. Yeah, he's insulted. Get the fuck out of here.
I laughed once, then wondered why I had, said the New York Post.
Yeah, I have to say one last thing. I'll shut up. I probably should shut up. I got it. Listen, I love black women. You know, I always take a shot in the dark.
And when asked, the New York Times said they didn't bother to show up and review it.
I was with this girl. I says, Miss, did you ever have a 16-second orgasm? She says, no. Says, you got a fucking minute? What the fuck? You know what I mean?
It's Uncle Nino's Bad Jokes and Wine.
And God bless everybody. Who gives a fuck?
Live on Broadway for as long as people still give a shit about the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Opie and Anthony. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM.
Hey, I got to bring up something from yesterday's show. We had
old school rock.
Wow, I was about to say we had J-Lo on the show. I felt like we had her on the show yesterday.
It felt like it because she walked in front of our studio a couple of times.
She looked lovely too.
She walked, she walked in front of our studio 3 times. There was a whole thing going on with Jimmy and his picture, and would she sign the picture?
Yeah.
It was a big deal yesterday. Hopefully you heard it because it was pretty funny stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I made a video about it. It's on my YouTube channel, Opie Radio. And I wasn't even going to bring it to anyone's attention on the show today. It is what it is, and it's pretty cool, whatever. But then I was reminded that Mars's reaction in the video is so ridiculous.
It's so over the top.
It's so over the top. That's all people are talking about as far as this particular video goes.
Yeah, it's way over the top. It's somebody would do that is probably a little less mature than you, Mars,
Yes.
is what I'm saying. And
Mars, how many kids you got at home?
3.
and you've been married a while.
And you're doing this during this video.
It's more of a visual, unfortunately, but we'll be able to explain it if you haven't seen the video. Is the audio good, Danny?
It's good enough.
It's good enough? Okay.
You could definitely hear it.
And the way you try to relate with Patrice in this is just fantastic.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything from Patrice.
You lock eyes with him, hoping you're almost hoping for up top. Patrice,
yeah, you're hoping
up top with me.
You're hoping Patrice is going to give you a bang back.
I don't like your attempt at minority bonding.
Yeah. Can
we see it?
All right,
let's see.
Yay, Jimmy!
Just to set it up, J-Lo is about to walk by our studio for the last time. And of course, every time she walked by, we stopped the show.
Yeah, we'd have to look at J-Lo's famous ass.
And I remember this moment. It was uncomfortable in person. It's going to be worse now.
Yeah. You do remember this?
Of course I do.
Of course I do. All right, here it is.
Ain't happening, man.
All right, here we go. J-Lo's now. All right, she's walking.
Bang, baby, bang.
Bang, baby, bang!
Later today, I'm making a video. Mars' reaction to J-Lo's butt.
That's got to be looped at least 20 times.
Oh yeah. I'm not,
at least 20 times.
And then a slow mo.
Wait, does he walk back into frame at all? Can you let this play? Because there might be a further humiliation.
He still has to.
Wait.
No, then it becomes.
Well, hold on. Oh, there's Mars over there. He's calmed down.
Yeah, now he's chilled.
Yeah.
Chilled out.
It's the only way.
Let me see the bang, baby, bang again.
Oh, it's fucking horrible.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mars, you want to try to explain yourself on this
Yeah,
one?
it's
Well,
the-
let's see it. Let's see it again.
Yeah,
You're
let's
right.
see it again.
All right, here we go. J-Lo's now. All right, she's walking.
Bang, baby, bang.
Oh, and look, you're looking at Patrice like you want to kill him or something.
Yeah, it's
like
not-
you got that ghetto look. Like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
You feeling me?
It wasn't about
Let's
giving it to
go
me up top.
Wildin'.
It was more like convincing him that this is the only way you could get your point across.
Yeah, but look
Oh,
at
to
Travis's
those type of
face.
horrible.
Danny turns his head.
Everyone's smiling.
Patrice is.
A
I'm
bunch of
sure you
fans in
can't
here.
see Patrice, but I'm sure he's doing some smug like.
You made us uncomfortable.
You can't appreciate that piece of ass?
Sure we can.
We all appreciate it.
your
When she walked by the
reaction.
first time, all three of us at the same time,
Yeah.
by the way, said, holy shit. But you just went over the top like you were 12.
I got a little overzealous. She's always been a person that I would love to see
Bang.
up close. Bang, yeah, you could want to say that.
Bang, baby, bang.
If you want to bang, yeah.
It wasn't that your expression of manliness. We all agreed that we would have let her shit in our mouths. I mean, I think I speak for the group.
I think I can speak for everybody here.
But
Mike Rowe have some of that on his finger right now?
Oh, God. That conversion with the sludge oil on his finger.
That was perfect timing on Jimmy's.
Yeah.
I looked up and there's Mike Rowe with some shit on his finger
He's
right there.
got that engine gunk oil.
it's probably ink from the fucking other contract he signed.
I know.
Jesus, does he make a lot of dough?
Enough with Mike Rowe on every commercial.
And you know what? In the end, the whiskey didn't help. He just doesn't.
We
dissed
lost
him.
him. We dissed him.
We didn't mean to diss him. We'll get
know
back to
we
Mars
didn't.
in a second, but we had Victoria Gotti in.
I know.
And she was a bit wordy, and we didn't know how to shut her up because she's John Gotti's
not gonna tell
fucking
her to
daughter.
shut up.
Did we lose Mike for good?
I think we lost him for good.
But we had a good segment with him, but he likes to hang for the whole show. We did 20, 30 minutes with him. And then Victoria Gotti came in. We thought we'd get back to Mike Rowe. We never did because none of us talked. We just listened to her for
Mike
an hour
Rowe,
straight.
He does great radio, too.
And then I think it was a bottle of whiskey,
We got him a bottle of Blue Label.
Blue Label.
Yeah.
And here's Roland. Do you have an update on Mike Rowe?
Oh. Look at him. Is he limping?
I don't know.
Roland.
Roland,
Hope so.
Are you limping?
Are you limping?
Are you limping?
I have to take a crap.
Jesus Christ, he is the best.
No, but I just can't buy it. No, Mike's coming in the studio. I talked to him. He's fine.
Oh,
I
good,
blamed some
man.
people. Backed the bus up. And they go, oh, okay. I said, I'll see you guys, I think in March or April.
You sure?
Oh yeah, I just talked to him like a month ago.
Oh God, thank God,
Oh,
because
no.
I really thought he was out.
No,
I've been
good.
assuming he's been out for months. All right, he's
He's
got shit.
gotta
He's got to go.
Why don't you go fucking... God, that is going to just wreck the toilet.
You know what it's going to look like? It's going to look like the stump left after lightning strikes a tree.
That pile with the point, it's a little pointy.
Yeah, but just thick, like a thick tree stump. Shit. All it takes tree stump shits.
That is just a wrecker.
They're like bodybuilder calves, all his shits.
That's really funny. Mars, you going to explain yourself or what?
Mars, comment?
Your reaction was
It was a little over
uncomfortable.
the top. It's a little over the top for what it was.
Did you say bang?
Yes, I did.
Twice.
Yes, I did.
Why? No one says that.
Because the brothers all think that the only ones with the nice big asses are sisters, and he always has this.
But her ass is notoriously good. Everyone agrees.
Exactly. That's my point. You don't have to be black to have that type of ass.
The Ricans got the nice asses.
Yeah, and so do white girls.
Yeah.
I think Ricans have better asses than black girls.
No, because
most black girls like a lot of salt in
Black
their
girl asses are too big.
too much.
Too much. Latina girls got, if you like a bubble ass.
Yep.
Latin girls got good asses for that. I like regular, skinny white chicks. But that's just me.
Right.
Black chicks too big.
Too big.
Too big.
A bit intimidating.
You know, Italians
Those white
also, they're coming with some hefty gluteus maximus.
They get the little heavy bottom.
But why bang?
I don't know.
Why the angry,
Did you snap too?
the gangster walk
I
away?
think there was a snap in there too.
I was very excited. I saw J-Lo.
Did you say that's what I'm talking about?
That's right, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking
But you weren't talking about it.
Yeah, no one was talking about
I was trying to prove a point to old Patrice.
Do you know what you did? Wait a minute. Hold on. His reaction is the exact reaction I give when I hit blackjack on a $16,000 hand. That's it. I go, bang, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you got $16,000.
Exactly.
You didn't get anything out of that.
I got close to her.
I got close to her.
Yeah, and then, what's so funny is like, man, you got together with the rest of the...
Puerto Ricans?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Because if I said it...
You would get in trouble.
We would get in trouble.
Holy shit,
Because we
Danny.
can't...
Yes.
You have to walk around here making believe everyone is the exact same color.
And you
Speaking of
notice
the ass, by the way,
there was an
there's
entourage
J-Lo
of
in our
Puerto
place
Ricans.
yesterday. Look at the side of that shelf ass in the Daily
I
News.
thought you were going to say, Kenny, come in here.
Yeah, the Daily News got a nice picture of
Oh,
J-Lo
wow, look at
signing,
that. Yeah,
signing
yeah.
the
Sanctioned wall.
The sanctioned wall.
She looked good.
No, but Mars said it. But when everyone got word J-Lo was coming around, Mars searched out his brothers.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
searched me out. No, they
Oh, yeah?
searched them out.
But you guys were all hanging out like a little pack,
Exactly.
Yep.
waiting for the J-Lo.
Doing some
Absolutely.
wilding.
What's the matter, sweetie?
Getting ready to do some wilding.
Some wilding on J-Lo. Wilding.
Not with that monster she had with her. You see that guy?
Oh, shit.
Who's that?
Alexis, Texas.
Would you smell it?
That's
Heidi?
Alexis Texas.
Yes, sir.
I would eat anything that came out of it.
Look at that.
I
Let
can
me
like
see
that.
her ass a little. Scroll,
Opie, look
scroll
at that
down a
white
little.
girl.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
Nice big ass.
Yeah, but you're not going to get a bang out of us.
Jimmy,
It's
she's got a
amazing.
scene with
but
Belladonna you would love. I'll forward it to you.
Oh, I would love that.
That's,
I love porno.
she's got to have a little more than white in her to get an ass like
Honestly,
that.
she has a Puerto Rican.
She has to
I
have
know.
it.
I know. I'm sorry.
Bang!
Bang! That's what I'm talking
And the way he
about.
looks, the way he turns and looks at Patrice is like it's like he's gonna fight him.
You picked the wrong guy. Patrice is not going to give you anything back.
No,
even if he was thinking
Patrice
the
is
exact
the one that
same
said
thing.
she's like 40 years old. That ass gotta be fucking.
That ass is dropping.
That
he
ass
said.
dropping to the floor. You should take them pants off. That she hit the floor, motherfucker.
Look, I learned my lesson with Patrice about getting anything back. One day he was coming up the hallway, and I was like, "Yo, brother, what's going on? He
Oh,
said,
no, you
give
didn't
love
say
to
that.
the Latino." He left me hanging. He said, "Fuck you two guys. White and Latinos can."
It's like, yeah.
You ain't black.
If it was a black guy, he wouldn't do it. Patrice just wouldn't do it.
Where you at
with anyone?
Where you at with Vita? Is she the ultimate ass?
No, to be honest,
Remember, she was all about
Yes.
the ass for about
Well,
2-3 years straight.
I was telling people this that
J
J-Lo
Guerrera or something like that.
Guerrera, Vita Guerra.
No.
Guerra?
Yeah. J-Lo is
Vita Guerra.
J-Lo is the second person that I've seen up in close and personal that actually looks better than in TV or on pictures.
Who's this bitch?
This is the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Her name is Kira Augustina. It's by far. She was just some chick. I don't know where she came from.
Let me see face.
She's retarded.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's just fucking
Literally
perfect.
retarded? That's great.
I love that.
I've never seen an ass
so
this
easy to fuck.
It's perfect. It's just perfect.
It's all shiny, too.
Yeah, she's greased up that ass.
She shined it up for you.
Oh, man.
Holy shit. What's her face look like?
Yeah, what's
She's
that
good.
face look like?
Yeah,
Let me see that grill.
she's very pretty.
Let me see that grill.
Does she look like a?
I'm gonna see the grill.
Does she look like a burn victim, like the fucking, like the counselor on Celebrity Rehab with that dumb hat? I'm obsessed with his awful hat and wig.
You're watching Celebrity Rehab?
Yeah, but
a little bit.
Whatever his name is,
I don't know what his name. I always forget his name.
Bob or something. His fucking
Yeah.
hat and awful wig are embarrassing.
Wig.
Is
it a wig?
Is it a wig? Looks like Sandy Duncan's hair.
That's why the hat?
Fucking
I did not
hideous.
know that. You like Celebrity Rehab?
It's okay.
What
They're
don't
not
you like
hard-
about
They're
it?
not hard enough on them. Like, I mean, they're newer to recovery, but I think sometimes you have to tell someone, you know what, you don't want to do it? Bye.
I think we talked about it, but my biggest problem with Celebrity Rehab is the fact Dr. Drew's not acknowledging the obvious, which is that they're addicted to fame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which puts him in a weird spot, obviously, because he's got a hit on his hands.
Yeah,
but
but
they're
it is
really
the fame
addicted to
aspect.
fame more than what they're using.
Yeah.
They can't wait to get on that show and tell the world they're smoking. Fucking...
I'm doing crack and then fuck up and be like the big person of the show for that season.
What?
Yeah.
Speaking of crack,
what's going on there?
Holy shit!
Wow.
Nice ass pictures.
Wow.
I haven't seen one. Let me see this girl's shitter.
Now look at the one with the little boy shorts.
Oh wait, what was that bikini one?
She knows how to wear the boy shorts. Look at that.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a hiney.
It's nice. What's your name? Who is this bitch?
Her name is Keyra, Keyra Augustina.
Do you think she knows she has a nice ass?
She might 8,000 ass pics of her. They're all ass pics.
I know. If there's any more ass pictures, you'd have to go in. Is this a glossary?
Why does duty have to come out of something so lovely? Why? Why does it have? Why does duty have to come out of that?
I like. Would you like to
Why
wear the
can't duty
thong?
come out of your fucking heel?
It's like Beauty, it's like Beauty and the Beast.
Right? Why? And if they're a little lazy, then it takes the goodness away.
That really is like the hottest thing, and then just shit.
And you know that duty comes out of it.
It's made for shit.
Why couldn't God figure out put a hole somewhere else that you don't give a shit about, right?
Do you like the way the thong disappears between the cheeks?
I like everything about that.
Is she the one in those white, that famous picture in those white
Yes,
shorts?
the white tight, like they're painted on pretty much.
Was she Spanish girl?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
From where?
Spain. You know what? I can't remember.
What does she do? Like she a model or
Nothing.
porn girl?
She got famous because of these
Her ass?
pictures. Yeah.
Oh,
She ended up in like the Mexican Maxim or some shit like that, whatever, or FHM, something like that. But it came from some site like where hot chicks get posted, and she kind of made a little career out of it.
Oh, I'd love to smell her ass. Like, I've been cutting gassers. That's all right.
Oh,
oops!
I had some beans.
Oops!
Yeah, she's just delicious.
Whoopsie. Hey, thank you, Mars. So you look like a
Internet's
complete
great.
idiot yesterday, and we appreciate it. Hey, I saw a movie last night. Did you see a movie last night, Jimmy? Did you see a movie, Anthony?
No, I didn't. I didn't watch any movies last night. I was watching news.
I was watching. Well, I watch when I work out sometimes. Gets me through the workout.
Ah. So, what do you like? You got to work out to something, probably. You know,
I rented
big that'll.
Wait, can I ask you a question
Sure.
before? Because I know this is going to get ugly. You just said something that. Can I take my iPad to the gym and watch a movie?
Yes, you can on your
Netflix.
I do it on. No, you just download. You can rent it from iTunes, so it's on there.
Right.
You don't have to stream it. And once it's on your iPad, I do it to my laptop and then transfer because it's faster. And then you can put it on top of the elliptical, put your headphones in, and just watch the movie while you're working out. But you only have rentals on iTunes suck because once you start watching them, you only have 24 hours to finish.
Oh yeah, I don't care. About
But you can do that over 2 workouts.
But I could do a little Netflix.
Yeah, it gets me an hour on the.
Yeah, because I get bored on those dumb
Sure,
machines.
so do I.
If I got a movie that I wanted to see, the time will fly by.
So I saw Exit
This
to the
music
Gift
doesn't
Shop.
do it anymore. How great is that
Very
movie?
fucking good, man.
I'm waiting for Ant to see, and then we got to have
that
a
one.
full discussion.
Yeah,
on
it's
this.
very, very good.
Yeah.
What did you like about it?
I mean, I already knew the story because Jonathan told me, but
You like the Banksy?
Banksy's interesting. I mean, it also showed what dummies people are in L.A. Although that can happen anywhere, but
yeah.
what sheep people are.
But who are the dummies? Like, is this a gag on us, the people watching the movie? Like,
No, I mean, I was wondering to myself, is this a documentary about street art? that Banksy wanted to get out there, but then I thought, no, it's not. It's actually legit.
Basically, the movie is they turned the camera on the guy that was actually filming all the street guys.
Yeah, and he winds
all
up
the street
having
artists.
this art
and
shit.
then he becomes like the focus of the entire movie. And then this guy Banksy, who's legendary, that people don't really know what he even
No one
looks
knows who he
like.
is.
His art sells for millions and millions of dollars. He's a fucking.
He's very good, though. I mean, it's really interesting stuff he does. Street art.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's
You know
interesting.
the Obey. Well, that's the other guy though. It's
San Francisco.
Shepard Fairey.
Yes,
Shepard
thank
Fairey
you.
is the Obey.
That's the pop.
Obey.
That's like the pop. You
He's
know,
the one that did
pop /
Obama's
street
thing.
art
Yep.
that's going on. So then
this is Banksy.
So then Banksy turns the cameras on the guy that was actually supposed to put this documentary about street art together, and then Banksy kind of tells him to become one of these street artists, and then he does, and then he has a show in L.A. and then it brings us to where Jimmy's at, where it shows how stupid people in L.A. are because they go to this art show and start buying his shit for a lot of fucking money.
Some of it was okay,
So
though.
then you're wondering, is that a goof? Like, did he even make that art? Did Banksy make that art and say, no, we're going to make believe you made the art? Like,
No.
There's a lot going on with this movie that I'm still wondering
I don't want
about.
to blow it for him, but they show how the art got made. It's very interesting, and it's amazing.
I'll watch it. Yeah.
What
It's a really
dummies
good
people
movie,
are.
man. It's real. It's one of my favorite movies in a long time.
So yeah, I wanted to see that documentary. I wound up buying. I wanted to see a movie. I wanted to see Twilight. So I bought it. But it was $19.99 on iTunes. I bought it in HD, so I could. I didn't finish watching. I've only watched half because I did in the gym. So I saw like an hour while I was on the elliptical machine.
Hold on. You got to go back to the part about what did you actually purchase?
Twilight.
I hope you're leaving a word out like the and then zone movie or something, because
no,
you mean the vampire?
Yeah, I wanted to see that
Queen fucking hit sensation with the vampire guys that all the girls love, and the stupid fucking love story between vampire and. You watched that.
I did, and it's funny.
Why?
I've been wanting to see it.
Why?
It looked in Ozzy's concert. He does these.
Oh boy, I knew it would have to come down to Ozzy.
No, he goofs on these whatever pop culture videos are popular. Like they green screen him in, and he makes an ass out of himself like Jersey Shore. It was very funny this year. And one of the ones was there's a scene in the woods where he picks her up and he runs up a hill with her. And Ozzy parodied that, except when he opened his shirt, he had tits. It's just typical Ozzy silliness.
Of course.
But I'm like, that movie kind of would probably be, I'd like to see that. And I said to my girlfriend, like, let's watch that. And she's like, what are you, a faggot? No.
Yes,
like, she really was.
Your girlfriend again. Totally right.
Brutal. No. Like that type of.
Yeah, but she's right. Why would you want to? That movie is custom made for, like,
tweens.
The Justin Bieber crowd.
Right.
But I just wanted to see it. And I liked what I saw. I mean, again, there's
You
certain
liked
lines
it,
in
too?
it. Certain lines in it that are like, it's a high school movie line or whatever. Like, but just the fact that the guy likes a vampire. I mean, a chick likes a vampire. It's this dumb little love story. She's fucking sexy, very cute.
Oh, don't try to fucking
She is.
change
She's
it
beautiful.
into something that, you watched it because it's...
No.
she's
But I'm
hot.
saying, and the idea of the story so far is pretty cool. It's not, it's just a different vampire story.
Yeah.
It's not scary. But, who cares?
It's scary that you're watching it. That's what's scary.
Like, fucking, what's wrong? Look, sometimes you want to just have some chamomile tea.
No.
And put a Snuggie on and watch a movie about vampires.
Did you get a little emotional? Because I would
have not seen the end.
assume that it's probably one of these, fucking like.
I don't know what's going to
tear
happen. I'll
jerkers.
watch the end of it when I get home. I'll watch the second half today.
Yeah.
No, but my eyes were bothering me when E.T. was on the other day. I think I told you that.
Oh, right. You tweeted something about that. You were watching E.T. What part got you all misty?
I didn't get misty. I was just saying there was something in my eyes when he was laying in the incubator with Elliot.
Oh, and they were like, Elliot was dying.
I hadn't seen that in so long.
Yeah.
But as we're watching it, I'm like, yeah, this must be some something in the air. It's bothering my eyes. I should go take a shower.
I should go take a shower.
I openly wept.
Aw.
Oh,
but it's
Jimmy.
okay. It ends fine, you know. Aside from the fact that he has to leave ET. You know,
and Elliot's
leaves him.
lonely and shit.
Yeah. Did you cry at the end too?
I didn't see the end. I was in the shower.
You guys watching the whatever was in your eyes out.
Yeah, I had to Mars it up. I was like, yeah. I had to get myself bang.
You're such
what
a
I'm talking
sweet
about.
boy. Jimmy's a sweet boy.
But I don't know why but I can literally go. Then I can go to blood shows. And watch a man burned alive for an indeterminate crime.
It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I can watch Blood Gutted, which is the Chechens, Muslim Chechens were opening the throats of the other soldiers. And they weren't killing them. They were just slicing their throats almost to the back of their necks and letting them bleed out.
See, that doesn't make sense.
And the guys were like, that's how you breathe when your throat is cut.
Oh, my God.
That's terrible.
I never watched that.
It's not good.
And then he's crying at ET.
I know. It's...
And watching Twilight.
If we're sharing, I'll tell you what made me cry recently, and it goes back to Celebrity Rehab.
Contract?
Yeah, I'm still crying over that. Still fucking crying over that.
Which Celebrity Rehab? Because I've seen a lot of them this year.
Rachel
Uchitel, yeah.
Uchitel, right? Her thing is that, her thing is that she had sex with Tiger Woods, but I guess they basically can't say that.
She's probably signed a non-disclosure.
Yeah, but so she's in this Celebrity Rehab, and it's very vague why she's there. And she lost her fiance on 9/11.
Yeah.
My girl, my wife, because I've seen it twice now, actually looked over at me on the couch and went, "Oh,
oh no, ew."
I know, but
ew.
But it kills me to this day because I remember 9/11 like it was yesterday, like most of us, especially us hanging out and living here in New York. And she went down to Ground Zero and ran into another survivor, guy who lost. And they had a little exchange, and it just kills me.
I hated that scene.
Fucking kills me.
I know, I remember
because it was you think it was fabricated?
No,
I think they went down there. Basically, Celebrity Rehab leaves like we have unfinished business with Rachel after they all quote graduated from their weekend at the Celebrity Rehab house.
They're bullshit.
Yeah, and then they go down to Ground Zero with Rachel Uchitel just because she's never been there. So they film her and what are you feeling and all that. And she just happens to run into this guy that's pretty much there every day because he lost his wife, and he's like still,
I think he's sincere.
Yeah.
But it just was
You saw that scene? It didn't bother you?
No, it annoyed me. I was like, yeah. I said to my chick, I was like, this fucking this is annoying.
Really?
And I wasn't afraid to be emotional. The guy walks up to, look, she's a 10, and the guy walks up to her and just starts bonding with her in front of a camera, and then he hugs her. I was like, oh, fuck off. Like, if it was a private moment that they had filmed from far away, it would have been different.
Yeah.
But who wouldn't walk up to the hot chick with the 10 and hug her?
Well,
Thank God we have a bond. Let me push those tits against me.
Well, he said like he was curious. He's like wondering what they were filming, and then he went up. He seemed sincere.
I'm sure he was.
I gotta stick up for the
but
guy
I think he was
bit.
just. I think he was just overly. I don't know. Just annoyed me.
It did annoy you. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but that's why.
Oh, it got to me twice because then I watched the reunion special and they redid the scene.
Did
again.
your girl get sad?
She wasn't laughing at me because she laughs at me a lot of dumb things I do. But no, I don't think she did. She felt bad for me, and I said I just remember that time was just so fucking brutal to live through.
I've been very touched by 9/11 stories, just not their combination.
That one didn't get you. Yeah, that one got me.
Because her big fat tits, he had to hug her. It would have been sadder for me if it was a woman who approached her. Not an older guy who had the same motives I would have had, which is to feel those fat fucking Tiger Woods humping $5 million fat, juicy Gloria Allred cunt tits against my chest.
And she fucked the talent right out of him because he sucks.
Yeah.
Because now he's had an off season to get his shit back together, and first tournament back he came in 44th place. No, that's real old. Oh, as you can see.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
He came in 44th place in a tournament that he usually fucking kills at.
Oh.
Ran for their lives after that. And they never saw it.
This is not it, right?
Yeah, no, that's not it.
We watched this random 9/11 videos. The towers are still there.
No, that's her. That's her. That's what she used to look like.
Oh, that was her?
Yeah, that was her, man. She was all over the news when 9/11 hit.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
Because she was like begging for people to find her fiance. Yeah. And she was one of the girls that was on TV a lot with the picture and all that.
God, do I want to lick her. I want to lick from the back of her neck, down her ass crack, up her pussy, Scrape her tits, then give her a peck. right in her nose.
She's not hot when she takes those sunglasses off. She's funny looking.
Oh, she's hot, dude.
She's funny looking,
She
man.
milked $5 million golfer dollars. She's a fucking sexy. Oh, Rachel, you could tell is sexy. She's a little older. I mean, she's like 34, 35, but
when those glasses come off, I don't know.
I don't care if she
Funny
fucking has a
looking, man.
lazy eye and a patch.
These crazy Egyptians are now like some of the president's supporters.
Yeah.
Are just riding through the crowd of protesters on horses and whipping people, and it's like a battle from the 1800s.
Holy shit!
A guy's on a camel. There's a guy on a camel.
How are we supposed to relate to
work?
the rest of the world?
Like I go to work.
Right.
So you're probably trading it for someone's daughter in a hat.
How the fuck are we supposed to relate to a guy on a camel with a whip?
Camel. Yeah, there's some violence going on now. See, instead of having the army or the police
because they can't really have
do the
army,
dirty
right.
work, right? He's got
goons.
These protesters, these pro-Mubarak protesters, which meanwhile are probably cops and military out of their uniforms, beating the fuck out of the protesters.
Yeah, but the protesters are just gonna fuck it. It's hard to get guys off a horse, but if you can pull that guy off a horse, they'll just beat a couple of those guys to death.
Oh yeah, I've seen Braveheart.
What were they doing? I just watched that. What were they doing to him before he? What were they doing to him with that hook?
Disemboweling him.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, they were cutting his abdomen and pulling his intestines out.
Why don't they show that? Or do they show that?
I think they alluded to it when the midgets were playing. You know how the midgets were doing the pregame show?
I don't remember.
Yeah, the midgets were doing it, and they were kind of acting out what was going to happen to him. And at one point, they take a fake blade and cut open one of the midgets, and then he had rope in his shirt, and he was pulling the rope out to show that, like, they cut you open and rip your intestines out. So it was kind of the way
now,
that they let you know.
If you say mercy, what do they do?
Then they just chop your head off.
They kill you.
They send a doctor in to sew you up.
Oh, I didn't know what they would do.
No, they give you an instant death like that. But he wouldn't give in.
But more importantly, this is really breaking. Like, what the fuck's going on? Could someone help us out?
Yeah, they've.
It's getting ugly in Cairo now.
Yeah, now
today.
there's clashes.
And the military is basically saying they want an end to the protest. Calls for an end to the protest.
Who?
The military. The Egyptian military is calling for an end to the protest. But it's getting ugly, man. With the video we just saw with the camel and the guys on horses. There's no way they're going to stop at this point. Isn't that going to just piss people off?
Well, I think they have the most.
It's not Iran. This is a different situation.
This is weird, though. They have the maximum amount of people that they can get because there's been no real danger. But now that you add an element of danger that you might get fucked up, I think they're going to get some people that won't show up to these.
But they might get more people who show up angry.
Do you think? I think most people that would show up have shown up.
You're
like,
probably
why
right.
wouldn't you go? It's like a party. You could just hang out, say fuck the president, and no one's gonna fuck you up. But now you might get fucking.
Oh, okay.
You might get killed. People are like, all right, it's dangerous. I don't want you going down there, or don't go down there, or I don't want to go down there.
And
I don't know.
Anderson Cooper has gone to high ground. You see that?
Oh,
he said, "Fuck this!
He's on top?
report. I'll report from a roof."
Where is he actually there though?
Yeah, he was on the ground.
Those guys aren't ballsy though. I mean,
Today he's on a roof. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, there's some shit going on in the streets now.
You know what? You got to give those guys credit. Like, as much as we trash them, there are some balls on those dudes, man.
Yeah, they do go to some weird
Fuck,
fucking places.
dude, they go everywhere. I would never be there.
Just green screen it. Who cares?
Yeah.
Just say you're there.
Just have me stand in front of, like, your fucking shot of the pyramid. Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah, oh, you should see this.
Back to
Crazy.
you. Over there. 5 feet from me.
And getting back to exit through the gift shop, Banksy's was known for the West Bank stuff he did.
Yeah.
On the wall. Did you? I think
It was great.
Is that why they called him Banksy?
No. They actually think they know who he is, though. I've seen a photo of who they think he is. A very average guy named Robin something. Gunningham.
You know this, Danny? You know a little bit about this?
Who's they have a picture of him squatting in fucking
Danny saw this.
Jamaica with a spray can. They think that's him.
Danny was all over this shit like.
You liked it, Danny?
2-3 months
Yeah,
ago.
I loved it. I saw it and I wasn't quite sure about it. And like halfway through the movie, I'm just like, I just have a feeling if I stick with this, I'm gonna like it. And sure enough, I loved it, and I still can't shut the fuck up about it.
What's your take on the movie?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
What's your feeling?
It could go either way. I don't want to ruin anything for anybody who hasn't seen it out there, but you know.
Well, fucking see the movie already.
Yeah, you should if you haven't.
I was late to the party, and I saw it.
It could
3
be.
weeks ago.
It could be. It couldn't
What could be fake about it, though?
Well, the way that Mr. Brainwash, the way that he came to be, and the way and some of his behaviors and some things just kind of hit you the wrong way, and you go, you know what? I think that maybe Banksy created this guy. I think maybe that Banksy, like this is Banksy pulling the wool over everyone's eyes. But then the more that you look at it, you go, you know what though? Like this Mr. Brainwash, like he really kind of is douchey. Like who could really be that douchey? And then you start looking into the film that he was trying to make originally, Life Remote Control, and you start digging and digging and digging, and like, you know, you go on YouTube, you see that there was a trailer for Life Remote Control posted back in 2006, and all of a sudden you go, maybe this guy's fucking for real. Huh. So I just don't even want to know because I love all the
he had no intention of ever
speculation.
making a film, though. By the way,
Yeah.
he just got obsessed
Not of
with
Street
these guys.
Well, if you're following the plot line of the movie, then no, he never really intended to make.
But
a
he made
Street Art
everyone
movie.
think he was actually making a documentary. But he never made a documentary before, so he was way over his head.
Either way, if Mr. Brainwash is just a legit guy and everything in the film happened as it was, you know, as you're led to believe it was, or if Banksy is just some super genius that actually made Mr. Brainwash and conned the entire world into thinking that this is a real guy. Either way, it's great.
Of course, I would
it's just fucking great.
I would like to think he created Mr. Brainwash.
If he did, it's great.
It is, you know, fake.
Either they're in on it to get. They became friends, and then Banksy goes, "Well, I got a really good idea for you and myself."
Could be.
That's what I like to think happened. And he knew this guy could pull it off, Mr. Brainwash.
It's not so much that I like to think one thing and someone else likes to think another thing. I just like that people talk about it this much.
Or it could just be exactly.
That's
how
a good
it
movie.
is.
No one's walking out of the next Adam Sandler piece of shit going, yeah, what do you think about that? 2 months later, we're not still talking about it. But this film, 2 months later,
By
still
the way,
talking
Adam
about
Sandler will be on the show in a couple of weeks.
Oh, sorry, Adam.
Is he coming on?
Yeah.
What day?
I'm not really sure yet.
What's wrong with give us a date so I can make sure I'm here?
Yeah. True. To promote his latest.
Oh boy.
He's hard to get. He doesn't do a lot of radio.
We had him on once.
Did you? On the phone or in person?
On the phone.
I've never met him.
Oh, we had him on the phone. He was on the phone there. He called up on the telephone. Oh, I'm going to call you up on the telephone.
Is that Adam?
It's just whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I don't get that.
Hey man, it's one less interview. Fuck it. Let's blow it up. Let's blow it up right now. We're not starstruck anymore. Fuck it.
I am.
Fuck it. That means you don't have a picture with Adam Sandler
Oh,
yet.
nice.
That's what that means.
Look at these clashes. Are great, man.
Yeah,
now this is action-packed.
That good enough for those in the streets? So far, not yet.
Whipping
That's a town, by the way, of
demonstrators. Oh, the horse
18
just
million.
fell down.
It's hard for us to say how many are in the streets. Is it 10,000? Is it more than that?
Those guys
Is it
are gonna be killed for
100,000?
whipping
Those numbers are not
demonstrators.
clear.
Yeah.
We have Dominic DiNatale live in Cairo, a report coming up
It's like
in
Mardi
a matter
Gras.
of moments as he and Greg Palcott have taken us throughout the morning.
Yeah, and you know, the remarkable thing about this is that we saw a fairly peaceful relationship yesterday between the army and the protesters. They were allowing the people to be out there and protest, but now you have this pro-Mubarak faction that is coming out. There's also been some things on our wires about perhaps they're working for the security forces themselves.
It looks like
so that's where
Freaknik.
it's starting to see this clash in the street, and it makes you wonder. Hosni Mubarak is in a tough position right now. He said, guess what, I'm not going to run again. It looks like it would have been pretty difficult for him to be reelected in this environment. Not only
Wow, it's getting
Looks
ugly.
like Egypt stock.
Or that, Chip. Egypt stock.
Let me go to Sean in North Carolina. Sean,
Hey, boys, how are you?
Hello.
you got something on exit through the gift shop.
I don't know if you guys have said this yet, but don't you just think that the guy is Banksy? That
I thought of that too.
I absolutely thought of that as well.
I thought of that too, the French guy, but no, because
I like to think Banksy's cooler than
I think he's British and this guy's French.
But when he finally stepped up to make his art, it looks so much like Banksy stuff. And also the fact that, okay, if this guy's a documentary filmmaker or wanted to be one, has a family, you think he was that gifted of an artist and just never tried it, and all of a sudden it was
Did
like,
you see how the art got made, dude?
Yeah, he wasn't a gifted artist. He was having other people copy Banksy's style and just kind of selling it.
Yeah,
like,
he was having
like he did something. He
was
didn't really
having
do
shit
anything.
printed out, and he was just going, do this and do that, and then they were doing it. He wasn't doing it.
Yeah, but he was doing a lot of the cutting.
All right, you know.
But
no, he didn't. You never see him on film creating any of his own work.
Yeah, but Jimmy's absolutely right. But then I think maybe Banksy actually did make pieces that's not in the film that fucking
For him to make it look like Banksy work.
Right.
To sell it.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to see Robert Gunningham's tax returns from this coming year.
Look at that.
Because I bet you he made a fuckload of money in the United States.
Well, I bet you he doesn't claim them. It's probably to a corporation. It's probably to a dummy corporation, as we call it.
I don't know how smart people do things.
And Jimmy.
Go ahead.
Kenny Incorporated.
Kenny Inc. Yes, sir. Got me.
Did he get you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he did. Legitimate. Legit. Damn.
Who's Ripples?
Ripples in the Arab world.
Why is he over there?
Yemen leader won't seek re-election.
Travis, what's up?
Ripples.
We don't whisper on this show.
Why are you whispering?
We share.
Yeah, we share, and then you
What's
have
up,
to end
Travis?
up in a meeting.
Even if it's mundane, which makes it even better.
What do you mean, even if, when it's?
You were
Yeah,
you were just
exactly.
whispering to Danny. What was it about?
I was walking down the hallway, and then I walked in, everybody looked at me, so I asked Danny if everyone was laughing at me.
Now we are.
Who are you, fucking Carrie's mother?
Important to say to me?
They'll laugh at you. That's hilarious.
Because I walk down the hall. You can't hear the show as you're walking down the hall. You know, Anthony looks, and then Jim looks as I walk in. I'm like,
and then we all
what
start
were they
laughing
saying?
and laughing.
Oh, the paranoia around here.
It runs rampant.
Hey, the Staten Island, what is it down there? Groundhog, yeah.
Staten Island Chuck or something.
We got
right?
some audio on the Staten Island Chuck.
Great.
Here's that moment at the Staten Island Zoo this morning.
Chuck, there he is! Look at this, he's eating right away.
So, Staten Island Chuck does not see his shadow, and it was a Groundhog consensus this year. Punxsutawney Phil came out a little earlier this morning and did not see his shadow either, with many cheers.
I fucking hate
Wow, what a non-moment that just was.
I don't blame the guy.
Fucking Punxsutawney Phil is fucking.
How
By
can
the
you
way,
get up
worst
for a
hairdo
fucking-
ever on fucking TV right now.
Oh, God.
What is that fucking rotten little?
Terrible woman.
Yeah, she.
Oh,
Well,
more.
the rock
Live. That's live from Cairo. Look, they're throwing rocks.
Of course they
I
are.
love their rock throwing. There's trucks making a blockade, and there's people throwing rocks. Some guy's got a cardboard shield. They're LARPing in Egypt. They're LARPing.
Don't the people kind of need the military to help them out on this one, Ant?
Yeah,
how do you overthrow this guy without the military's help?
But who are the people you're fucking going after?
Because the military, who said they have a vested interest in this guy?
My prediction, he ends up lasting because there's no guy ready to step in.
Yeah, and now there's
that's what fucks this whole thing
government
up.
forces throwing a monkey wrench into this whole thing.
And they can't fucking decide on an opposition leader.
Right.
I don't want the Muslim Brotherhood.
No, even though it would be exciting.
These people not hear about Staten Island Chuck?
Yeah.
That was such a non-30 second.
Well, I mean, the Egypt people.
Oh. Yeah, the Egypt people.
Yeah.
How old are you? Are the Egypt people okay?
They're Egyptians, you blithering ninny.
Egypt people. Oh, ninny.
Yes. Well, I can't, until the test comes back.
Yeah, when does that happen? When do we get your fucking DNA results and find out what race you are?
I don't know. It was sent.
Yeah?
Nervous.
Are you nervous a little bit?
I don't care.
You don't care? What if it does come back and proves that you do have some African American blood in your background?
I will be interested in tracing some genealogy a bit more closely.
He
to
was
find
born
out.
a slave, but he died a businessman.
Who's that?
Fucking
From Ancestry.com's commercial.
I wanted to look up my ancestry, but I kind of knew what was going to come up. A black guy.
Sure.
And he goes, so I looked it up and found out my great-great-grandfather was born a slave, but he died a businessman. And he's all proud. He's holding a picture
Did he
of
say
his
business?
grandpa. Well, he said businessman. I don't know. It was
Probably
something-
business.
I don't know. Something you figured out. No, he said something like that. I hate the Ancestry.com commercials because the one guy is like all psyched that his great-great-grandparents lived next door to the Wright brothers. And it's at the end, he's holding a picture of the Wright brothers with the Wright flyer. And it's like, you were just their annoying neighbor. Probably a nosy. What are you building? Hey, what are you building? Orville, what are you building?
Yeah.
Just annoying neighbor
Are there
guy.
going to be movies on those things? How much for my luggage? They had an accent.
I'm not going to fly in that. What is it?
Yeah. What are you guys, like the Wrong Brothers?
He was... He was probably the guy that said if man were meant to fly, he'd have wings. Just the grouchy neighbor guy. They got that engine running at all hours. Yeah. If it was for his dumb great-great-grandfather, if he had it his way, we'd still be fucking covered wagoning it across the country.
Why don't you build a bell that alerts you when there's a Negro in town?
That's what he did.
Yeah. He just went off once in a while, always outside his wife's bedroom.
I tried Ancestry.com, and
you did?
Yeah, I went on there, go see those little leaves come up, and you click on it. But then there's too many different options. Like, I don't fucking know. I'm only able to trace back, like, fucking, like, up to my grandparents' parents, you know, kind of a thing, and only one of them.
That's a photo album.
I know. That's just it. Anything
you want a little more
after
than that.
Some fucking, you know, looking like Michael Corleone is going to drag him into a courtroom so his brother doesn't testify.
Well, don't they have to do it? Like after you give a couple information, it's like, yeah, this is me. Then let that fucking do it.
No, they don't have to. It's almost like internet. It's almost like an internet of ancestry. What happens is you
got to get a guy that sorts through all that shit and realizes the zeros that were in your family tree that don't mean shit, and get the ones with the stories.
But here's what you got to do: you got to put in as much info as you can get, and then somebody else that might be related to you that might have used Ancestry. That's where you get the leaf from. It links up to theirs and constantly like starts connecting family members with other family members that knew some shit. So I might have a cousin in California that went on Ancestry.
Right, but you're doing it all yourself. You should really get a guy that could just sort through
I don't care that much. I just figured, let me see how far I could go.
Like that TV show. What is it called? And Brooke Shields was on it.
Yeah, it was.
Where you're from?
Where you're from?
Yeah.
Where did I? Yeah.
But I don't care.
Yeah, but I'm
curious.
Like I'm just.
They get one guy to do all what you're doing to find the people in your family tree that have a real story. And then they blow off all the other crap. Sarah Jessica Parker did it.
Secretariat in her background.
You stupid horse.
Oh. Yes, you're
on a movie set
to a
listening
Triple
to this?
Crown winner.
Yeah. They wonder why she runs around the living room whenever there's a Budweiser commercial played. She cries at the wrong part of The Godfather. Don't.
Right.
Yeah. So I found like some old census shit from like the early 1903 and shit like that, and it had like my grandmother's parents and their census.
That's pretty
and
cool.
It had her in there, so I kind of started clicking on shit and adding some shit, and I haven't checked it in a while. Maybe some new
more stuff is up
some
there.
new shit is up there. So.
All right.
I got plugged. My band is going to be playing soon.
Oh, what's your band, Chip?
We're getting back together.
Oh, cool.
Burning Embers.
Burning Embers.
Yeah.
Who are these guys from school?
Yeah, some guys I used to play with.
Burning Embers. Ew. Great name.
Yeah. CD's coming soon.
Oh, you put the CD out.
Yeah.
It's a big reunion.
Yeah.
What do you do in the band?
Sing.
Oh, you're a singer?
Yeah.
What kind of music?
Just whatever, everything. Covers, originals.
What genre?
What's that? It depends on what's available.
No, I mean, like, what type of, is it rock? Is it
Just everything.
Country?
Yeah, everything. We're very popular.
It doesn't sound like people would want to see like a bunch of different types of music. I wouldn't go.
We're very good.
Like if I like rock and I got to sit through some country, I'm not going to want to see you guys.
I wouldn't buy the CD for sure.
Burning Ember.
Yeah, well, it's a bestseller.
Is it a bestseller?
You haven't put it out yet.
I have.
Yeah, lying Chip. Chip's a liar.
Hey,
He just tells you what he thinks you want to
Fucking
hear.
liar.
Steven Singer's here, guys. We gotta take a break.
He's got gifts.
He's got gifts.
Oh my God!
Secret.
Don't fucking ruin it, because I don't want to know what the gift is.
Secret surprise gifts.
Oh my God! I know.
It's gonna be a rose. Holy shit!
Yeah,
it's gonna be a rose.
How great would it be if Steven's gift was an announcement about his health? I saw him in the hallway. He's a very nice man.
He is a good guy.
All right, we'll break.
I would say he's a good guy. He's a nice man.
He drove all the way from Philly.
Yeah, he drove at 4 o'clock in the morning.
All right,
pretty assistant here.
We'll give him 10 minutes.
No, you can give him. He drove from.
If he drove from Philly, we'll give him a solid 10 minutes.
From the ice
drove all the way
storm.
from the other corner of 8th and Walnut.
Yeah,
all the way to here in an
Wow.
ice storm. We'll give him 12 minutes. That's fair.
you could do more than that. I feel.
He rode up on a camel with a whip.
Just whipping his assistant all the way up the turnpike.
Gold-covered rose.
Right.
Yeah, that's what he does. That's perfect. I want to take a gold-covered rose, and I want someone to put it in my ass like in Caligula. Do you remember after Malcolm used his... I mean, that's probably not the intention of the gold rose.
Probably not, but...
That was one of my favorite things. He puts it in the lard on top of Proculus's hiney.
Yes, yes.
It's very embarrassing for the married couple.
Big fist full of lard.
Yay.
Oh, it's great. All right. Yes, Steven Singer coming in, I guess.
Yes, we do.
After a few words.
Boy, this should be really exciting.
He's
He's got a story to tell. He had to drive through the ice storm. He's selling all kinds of crazy jewelry.
Oh, yeah.
Making money.
Come on.
Making it rain.
Why couldn't he be the guy they just found in that car overnight?
Oh, the guy who shot himself,
come
you mean?
on.
Well, I didn't say
This
that.
is
Sam.
Steven.
You're
But
saying that.
I mean, that's the guy
This
that...
guy's a legend in Philly
just saying
and
maybe-
all over the country.
Maybe
and
I was
jewelry.
talking about it. Maybe it was a gas thing.
The jewelry
where he ran out
world.
of gas and had to, be in a car all night.
But even so, why would you want him to run out of gas? I don't understand.
He's a legend in Philly. So is Mumia Abu Jamal.
Sad part is Steven Singer is hated more. This fucking guy will be in next.
Opie and Anthony. The Opie and Anthony Show on the virus. Sirius XM.
The government and parents everywhere, they tried to ban it.
This is the virus on Sirius XM.
In honor of Black History Month, the Opie and Anthony Show proudly takes a look at some of the most inspiring and intellectually stimulating African Americans on Twitter. Today's tweet comes from Slime Nasty with an E. I'm scared. Who writes?
Why are these niggas so loud at 10:30 in the morning? Take y'all asses to sleep. Guess I'm woke for now.
Well said, Slime Nasty. Stay tuned all month as we continue to celebrate the advancements of the African American culture here on the Opie and Anthony Show.
The virus. Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah, let's bring in Steven Singer. Steven!
Oh my God, this music's fucking blasting.
That's all right.
A little louder.
Turn it down for God's sake.
Yeah, well, at least
What
turn
are you
it.
doing, you kids? You're so loud.
We got to step out of character for 1 second, and then we're going to beat the shit out of him. He is our biggest sponsor.
Steven Singer rules.
And the Opie and Anthony Show greatly appreciates that part
Wow.
of this whole thing.
I love.
Listen, don't be
Steven
nice to
Singer.
me. I don't like it.
No, I love the fact that you advertise on our program, and you have wonderful jewelry, and you look like Jack Tripper's neighbor.
So, and hopefully you wind up like Jack Tripper.
Yes. That's very nice of you to say. Thanks for the kind words.
Can we see a picture of Jack Tripper's neighbor? Because you're so right, man.
Oh, shit.
Larry,
now I'm gonna have that.
Larry.
It's bad enough I got like armpit hair on my head. Now I got to have that. Oh,
Larry
man.
Klein.
You've heard that before, though,
No,
right?
that's the first.
No?
Do
That
you
is
use
the first.
conditioner, or you said fuck it?
I said, you know what? I got to use like so much glue to make my hair look like something's going on there.
It's like very pubic.
Exactly. The stuff is called kryptonite. It's green like mousse. I don't know what the hell happens. It like
Kryptonite?
freezes it.
Yes. Just to
And
keep it calm?
Yeah, it's just a mess without it.
There.
I got hair going on my ears, my ass, everywhere but. That's the 1975 version, too.
I'm talking like
Right.
from the day, from,
Have you heard that one before?
No, I honestly have never heard that.
Oh, wow. We got to run with
That's
that.
pretty good. It really...
He's not gay, is he?
No.
Why are you?
It looks it compared to that, but
Yeah, you know.
wow, what
That's
kind
what
of
they're going to look like.
Oh man,
There's your future.
Before and
Richard
after.
Klein. Right.
Richard
Oh,
Klein.
shit.
Larry on Three's Company.
Larry on Three's Company.
That's what
Wow.
Steven Singer kind of looks like.
Larry ruled.
That's very good. Who
All right,
came
now
up
you
with that?
got now you're gonna have to post my picture with his picture and do an AB and
Oh, exactly.
We could do that.
yeah,
Yes,
it's gonna be
someone
great.
will Photoshop you into the set.
Well, Norton did a spot for us on your channel, and he said, "Oh, Steven Singer's got a great surprise for you this year." He said, "And what is it?" He's a tranny. And I get like hundreds and hundreds of calls. Yeah, we want to talk to the tranny, and they want to order like a rose or jewelry.
At least you know
but
the advertising's working.
They ask for me.
Are you mad at me?
No, I love it. It's great. They say, we want to talk to the tranny. It's great.
As long as they're calling.
Yes.
That was actually just me over and over hoping.
So I don't even have to. I don't have to ask like, where'd you hear about it?
Well, they always say have fun with the reads, and
yes.
Steven likes it.
We do.
That's the thing I like the most about Steven Singer advertising, because it's we could do whatever the hell we want with the read, and we don't get yelled at.
I listen.
Make it a little fun.
Why would I want to change? You guys are great.
Have a little fun with it, right?
That's the whole thing. Is you're listening to have fun. Why would I want to change?
You can't bash the product because it's amazing anyway.
Right.
So I dare you to even try.
Right.
Meanwhile, we have you to bash.
Right.
So
I'm an a-hole, so
that's
just
all we gotta
pick on
do.
me. What's the difference?
Standing on some corner of 8th and Walnut, just standing there waiting for people to come up to him.
Exactly.
Well, it's like people who are going to buy something because they listen to this show. They know the tone of it. They know that what we're like anyway. So it's not like all of a sudden you put on nice guy voice and they're like, oh, I should be serious. They know when we're being sincere when we're not.
Steven, Valentine's Day, it got to be a busy time for you, right?
Very busy. Very busy.
Yeah.
Thanks, and not in
So
large part to you guys.
That means we don't have to talk about it. That's good. Thank God.
The gold covered roses, they sell fast, right?
They sell great. As a matter of fact, we are so stupid that every year what we do is we put a new color on so people have something else to buy because they build like a bouquet.
The bouquet, yes.
Right. So this year we started blue. Then we called it my beautiful assistant Leanne named it the Royal Sapphire Blue or Princess Sapphire, some kind of crap.
Oh, you come up with that?
Is that what we call it?
We like it.
Yes. And so with that stupid princess that got engaged.
Yeah.
Princess dies, new future daughter-in-law, ex dead, whatever she is. Whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Oh my
Middleton.
God.
Yes. Kate Middleton,
Kate
whatever.
Middleton.
Right. So it's sold out in like 8 minutes.
Look at it. I see we're on the website.
There you
Sold
go.
out.
Right.
Sold out.
And
So make more.
We can. It takes like 12 months to make
It
these
does.
things. So we start making them. It takes us a year to build the
I didn't
inventory.
know that.
It's like Jerry Lewis's
Right.
telethon. The day after the telethon, Jerry gets right to work.
Right
So
back
you
down.
think we would be a little bit smarter after doing this for 15 years, but every year we screw something up.
Does it really take that long to make them?
Yeah, it takes us. We can only make a few thousand a week. And it takes, a whole year to build the inventory.
You sell that many? Wow, Jesus.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Are they
They're
actual
very
roses?
popular.
That's a real rose. If you want, you can. I think we
Wow.
did it last year. Didn't you break one in half last year? You can step
No.
on it, break it in half. It's a real rose
Never
dipped in
do that.
24
They're too
karat
valuable
gold.
to break in half.
And then the leaves are enameled and they're all different colors, and people collect them. And it's
I never
it's a
figured out
goofy thing.
how you do that. Like isn't the gold isn't hot?
They first they put it in brass. They dip it in brass, which the brass is hot too, but everything has different melting temperatures. And they do it's like frozen ice cream. You know when they have that ice cream it's hot on the outside,
that.
inside and cold on the inside type of thing. They do it real quick.
That's what happens
It's kind of
with
like
the rose?
that. That's the simple way to explain.
I want
it.
some
Right
ice
there.
cream.
Yes.
Now I want ice cream.
Right. But anyway, we
Should've
take
made
the stupid
more Royal
roses,
Blue.
but they last forever and they look very, very nice. And
people
people
love
collect them.
And the blue is sold out.
Blue
Fine.
is sold out. We have
You better have
most
some
of the other
blues for us
colors
today.
I actually we have put a couple aside for you, and we do have some in the grab bag, and then you can put it on eBay, and people get in bidding wars and sell
Your
them.
assistant is distractingly attractive.
Well,
like I can't fucking think of anything else.
all I can tell you is this.
I'm just like I keep looking over like all
Well,
right.
I can't see her because she's strategically sat right behind me.
Yeah, which is the most dangerous place to sit when it comes to Jimmy.
Exactly. She's in the Rocco Lampone seat. Is that what his name was? Rocco. Oh, wait.
So anyway, last time I was here, I think it was like the cherry darts or some exciting contest we had.
Yes, we were doing
and,
the cherry darts.
she was somewhere else. She was traveling, and I walked in. Opie says, "What the F are you doing here without her? Get out of here!"
yeah.
Said,
No
"Don't
reason
even ever come again without her." So
We were actually excited that you were here because of that.
Exactly.
Had nothing to do with Steven Singer. You could just
I got
stay back in Philly.
This
Just
is true.
Send your lovely assistant.
You should change the name of your thing to my assistant is gorgeous.com.
And guess what? The people that come into the store, we got 51 people who work in the store. 35 are women, and they're all knockouts.
Really?
Yes.
Your place
She's
is
the
that
ugliest
big?
one.
I see she's the ugliest
Right.
one. I see now actually
This is really nice.
working with Steven Singer Jewelers.
That is really nice.
She would have a ring on her finger if you know.
She's involved with somebody, but not
What
hasn't
kind
made
of
the
cheap-
full commitment
What kind
yet.
of cheap bastard you involved with if you can't get any jewelry? I don't see a necklace. I don't see nothing.
Yeah, there's no jewelry on your assistant,
Nothing.
Steven Singer.
Look at the
How
rose and
cheap are
pass
you?
it down.
Get her
It's
some
not
jewelry.
you. It's
here.
that slouch boyfriend of hers. I'm trying to cock block him.
Yeah, exactly. What is he, queer?
Yes.
Wow, there it is. I'm holding
isn't that
one right
exciting?
now. Look at that.
These are nice and heavy.
That is wonderful.
You outdid yourself this year, Steven.
Yes.
Oh,
They
my
looked a
God.
little different than last year.
It's the same crap. I mean, they're beautiful.
Now, if you remember last year, we left a big bowl full in the middle of the console here, and every day someone would steal one,
Yes.
thinking that they were getting away with it.
Not only that, you had in either the same day or the next day, I don't remember, you had Ozzy in. And you guys were taking pictures and tweeting them and stuff like that. And there was a picture with Ozzy and the Rose, and Norton tweeted out, and they were all over the place. And we got like bazillion hits. Yes, it was very nice.
It's in a video called Ozzy.
Nice. I was hoping we could put one
funny.
in J-Lo's ass when she walks by.
That would be good.
Yeah.
No, bang!
Bang!
Is this a rose? Or
They're all real roses, and they're just all different colors, enameling on it. And that one's platinum dipped, and that's gold dipped.
I wish I had hair, because I would put these in my hair, and I would just look pretty. Sometimes I think of those things. I like the red one. Of the three, I think I prefer the red one.
I'm taking the red one with me.
Well, we brought a selection,
This
so you guys,
one's going with
everybody
me, my
can have whatever they like, and we will hook you up.
They're very lovely.
They are nice.
Many
They are
different
nice.
colors this year.
And then we make it very, very easy.
Orange,
you know, my shameless plug.
purple.
People call up.
Yes.
They put their own little love note on there. It comes in a beautiful gift box, beautiful
it
package.
does.
And they don't have to do a friggin' thing. It's free shipping.
Yeah.
And it's terrific.
Free shipping in the United States.
In the United States.
Canada
But
can go fuck
Canada
off, is what
is
Steven Singer
a
says.
mess. We have to do all kinds of
Not as
jump through
messy as
circles like
Egypt.
that. to
Oh,
get
yeah.
to
What do you
Canada.
got? How do you do commerce with them?
It costs like $150 to ship a rose to Canada because of the
great.
import duty.
And then they
Rat bastards.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
It's a mess.
What's wrong with them?
They don't want our
it's a
business.
mess.
And then they send you money with hockey players on
Yes.
it. What is that about?
And you guys have a lot of Canadian listeners, I'll tell you that.
Oh, we know.
We don't acknowledge them, though.
No.
Those guys.
It's annoying that they won't. They're so hard. Do we have a NAFTA? Doesn't that cover that?
I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
It's
Hey,
very, very
Steven,
tough.
Can I give away some stuff?
You absolutely can.
Oh, yeah.
We could give out 5?
You can give out as many as you want. You tell them. As long as it's not blue, you can give out as many as you
All right,
want.
this is what I'm going to do. Listen up really fast. Steven Singer's got 5 $250 gift cards for Valentine's Day.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
That's cool, man. Steven Singer Jewelers. Visit IHateStevenSinger.com today. Must be at least 18 years old and a listener or subscriber. Well, they're listening right now, so they
There you
better
go.
be
Be
subscribing.
hijacking it, though.
Not open to residents of Alaska, Hawaii, or that dreaded Canada. So call now. We'll take 5 random callers for the Steven Singer $250 gift cards.
Can't they do something to get it? Like maybe Stump Steven?
Sure.
You want to play Stump
I would
Steven?
love to
Absolutely.
play Stump Steven.
What's your expertise?
How about anything they ask him that he can't answer? They get a rose. So it could just be the first 5 callers.
Listen, I'm not that
Are you an
bright,
expert
so
at
pretty
something?
No, absolutely not.
You know anything about Egypt?
Jewelry.
And how that's
No.
going to affect Israel?
I'm a complete idiot. That's why I'm in the jewelry
knows
business.
about
It's
jewelry.
listen,
What do you
circus
know
clowns,
about?
radio, jewelers. It's all in the same
Wow,
thing.
that's
It's,
nice. We're in between.
It's there's not much going on here.
Yeah.
You don't know anything?
I hear ya.
What do you do when you're not making gold dip roses?
Well, that's a good question. What do you do? What's your
hobby?
hobbies?
I have a motorcycle. I got a Porsche I race. I used to play the drums and
Like
be in a
Arthur.
band, but now I'm like old and feeble.
Hey, you can still play
and,
drums.
Really, all I do is work. I'm boring. This is pretty much it.
Is
yeah.
that true?
Yeah.
All it is work.
Yeah. Listen, I said to her, let's go up. You know, I said to her, my beautiful assistant, Leanne, let's go up yesterday and stay over. You know what I mean? So we'll be here. We'll be, she goes, nah, just pick me up in the morning. Nah,
that says a lot about Steven
I don't want to be with you an extra minute. You're boring. Just get up at 3 in the morning and pick me up.
You were trying to work it with your
Hey,
assistant.
listen,
God bless
you
you.
know, it's
I bet
why
a
not,
boyfriend
you
was
know?
putting a kibosh on that.
Yeah.
Does
it's
Steven
true.
try to get a little frisky? Gets a few in him? No?
I told you I'm boring.
What's your poison? You drink anything?
I drink a little vodka, a little
Yeah?
Belvedere and grapefruit.
Yeah, you like that?
That's my thing. We're going to have a drinking party?
It would be nice. It's what
We got to think of a good contest. We got to do something good. And by the way, listen, let's give out some roses from now to Valentine's Day. Hook these people up, man.
All right, let's why don't we go to the phones?
Yes.
So what are we playing? Stump Steven Singer?
Go ahead. Why
Yes.
not?
Is it okay we do
be
this?
hard.
Or do rules need to be written?
No, it wasn't approved.
It wasn't approved.
Oh, we're doing an unapproved contest.
Oh, that'll be
no.
trouble.
But you spend so much money with this company. Trust me, they'll look the other way.
I hope they don't take my Super Bowl tickets away. They gave me and Leanne free passes to Super Bowl this week. You guys didn't get that?
No, we didn't get that.
No?
No.
Mel called me up personally. He said, "Listen, you want to take?" He said, "You want to take 4? I got for you and Leanne. You guys want to bring 2 other people?"
We're not even permitted to watch it.
Really?
Yes.
I believe him.
Yeah, well, we broadcast on the NFL channel, so
Yeah, see?
Yeah, listen, we're there.
Are you really
That's
good?
No. I wouldn't have doubted it, though.
Kind of. You know how to get us going.
Funny.
Let's go to Bobby in New York. Bobby, we're playing Stump IHateStevenSinger.com, I guess.
Hey there, Bobby.
Plug in there.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a Philly guy, so
Philly,
big hockey town.
Nice.
Yeah.
Name the 2 captains of this year's All-Star game.
I couldn't tell you.
In the NHL.
I couldn't tell you.
I say congratulations to this
I
man.
can tell you who the captain was when the Flyers won both Stanley Cups. Was Bobby Clark.
That's cool. And I can name Tennille's partner, the captain. But that's not what he asked.
I guess you win.
I drink
Congratulations.
Yeah, exactly.
Congratulations. Opie's a big hockey fan. Opie's going to answer for me.
You know what? I did not watch this year. I have no fucking idea.
I actually know who it is. I'm not going to. I don't give it away.
What's the answer there, Bobby?
Vigora and Bertelry.
Very good. There you go. Hey, you win a Steven Singer $250 gift card, Bobby. Hold on the line, okay?
Thank you.
IHateStevenSinger.com. Make sure I put him on hold.
Look what Canadians can't get. Pretty gold-dipped roses.
I thought you were pointing at good surgeries. Sorry, Canada.
Good medical care. Yeah.
That would have been a funnier way to say it, of course.
That is good.
Let's go to Gio in Jersey playing Stump IHateStevenSinger.com.
How you doing, guys?
Hi.
Okay. 1993, Devils win the Stanley Cup Game 4 against Detroit. Somebody openly wept. One of the players openly wept right on the bench, and it was broadcast like all over the world. Who was it?
Can I phone a friend?
You don't have any.
Yes, exactly. Under contacts, nothing comes up but the number for the Apple Store.
Well, in the rules of this contest, I think you win.
All right.
What's the answer?
Winner.
What's the answer?
Yeah, what is the answer, sir?
Number 8, Mike Peluso.
Okay, I thought so.
I didn't know the answer even if you told me the answer.
Let's move away from hockey questions. But,
Yeah.
Gio, you got a $250 gift certificate from I Hate Steven Singer. Let me go to Rick in Texas. A lot of snow in Texas. Super Bowl in Texas. What part of Texas?
El Paso. We got 3 inches last night and it's still snowing.
Wow, that's crazy. we got 3 inches the last hour.
Exactly. I've had 3 inches my whole life.
You packing, Steven?
Yeah. I'm packing what? Nothing.
No, he's not. He's a gold dip.
But you know how much better looking I get with jewelry?
Yeah.
I look a lot better.
You're like a 4, but if you're in your store, you're a 9.5. Yeah. Good one, Jim.
Rick in Texas, you want to stump Steven Singer?
Yeah, okay. I'll get off hockey because I know nothing about it. I live in the desert. What gun does Anthony love to sing karaoke with at 4 o'clock in the morning? That he holds.
Could be 3.
Yeah, it's 3.
I know he loves weapons, but I don't know the actual gun.
Yeah.
Well, the one I enjoy the most is his 50 caliber.
Yes, that is true. That is my favorite.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, looks like we got another
winner.
Yes.
It is the first 5 calls.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
We knew this would go relatively
Well, that's
quickly.
like a slam dunk.
Yeah.
Boy, 10 o'clock couldn't come sooner. Thank you, Rick. Someone on Twitter, wow, great guest. A guy who owns a jewelry store. Who's next? A boo from the 7-Eleven around the corner? Bagger Steve on Twitter is killing you.
Very bad person.
All right, let's go to Staten
It's
Island.
Steven Singer. It's different. He's like a celebrity.
Who'd you say we're not allowed to make fun of this morning? Asians?
Yeah.
Am
for
I
the
allowed
most
to make
part.
fun of them since
Yes.
I don't own the show?
Yes.
I
Make
can
fun
say
of
whatever I
whoever you
want.
want.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
You can make fun of
They
whoever
don't,
you
spend,
want.
they don't spend money on jewelry?
Asians are worst.
Really?
Well, Jews are the worst customers. That's the absolute worst.
Really?
And then Asians are second. They're like engineers.
Are
They're
you
just
a
terrible.
Jew?
Yes. I hate the Jews.
But
I'm a
he-
self-hating Jew.
self-hating.
I'm a self-hating Jew.
You hate them
Are you?
because they're
No.
not good for your business.
We have like there's things like the non-smoking thing. We have a line through a Jew with a line through it in the front of the store.
Jesus Christ.
It's it's not big enough. It's too this.
Really?
Take me to Florida.
God, have I heard that a lot.
There's
it's
always
it's so
problem.
many whining.
This is way better than giving away gift cards.
You kidding me? It's like I always say, if my wife was my first customer, I'd shoot myself. Kill myself. Out of business. It's terrible. Nah,
Really?
terrible. They're
Italians.
like nice Gentiles. Gentiles are good. Middle class Gentiles. That comes in nice. Don't bother me. But thank you. Appreciate it. Can't do enough for them.
How was Sam Roberts when he came in?
Sam was very nervous when he came in.
Was he? Like a
And,
little chihuahua shaking
but
with his eyes all leaky.
But listen, but how about how cute his girlfriend is?
She's
fantastic. Or fiance, I should say now. She's dynamite, right?
I honestly can say everybody in this that has to do with this show is way out of their league. Like every girl,
Absolutely.
way out of everybody's league.
Absolutely.
And Sam is right there.
No,
like,
she's
you don't deserve Jess.
No, I don't think so.
You don't deserve a girl that's that pretty.
No, she's cute and she's
cool.
sweet.
Yeah.
And she's just nice,
We
personable.
all. There's no way, like Jimmy, there's no way that girl should be with you.
Yeah.
Opie, stop it. It's like, E-Rock, I'm not even going to fucking go there. That's just crazy.
Oh, when E-Rock came in, he'd get his wedding bands and stuff. They said, "Are you sure? You're with him, really?
Do you make a wedding band in elastic?"
And like they kept asking, like this is for real? Yeah, this is it. And
yeah.
Wow, it's Now all you guys traded up somehow. I don't
Just
know what
way
it is.
out. It's just the radio show and fucking being famous.
Listen,
and
I'll
maybe
always
having
support
a
you,
dime.
but I'll never be in for anything wedding related.
No.
Ever.
No.
Unless I get a gold cock ring that I would use. You should make those.
You know what's funny? I'm like a crack dealer. This is what happens. They come in or they get something, and then they just come in. Let's just go check it out, And
Something
then before you
else.
know, one thing leads to another, and bam. Look, how long was E-Rock on the hook there? It was like 3-4 years ago, stringing her along.
Yeah.
And brought her in once, bam, done.
That was it.
It's like 6 months later, they're married, right?
How long was he on the hook?
Yeah.
Yeah. For a while.
Dodging the
Greenpeace
bullet.
came over.
Yeah. That's why people hate me.
On the hook.
Oh, God. Let's go to Missouri. We're giving out the Steven Singer $250 gift cards. Nick, what do you got, buddy? We're trying to stump Steven.
How you doing, guys? First of all, I want to say thank you to Mr. Singer for last year. I bought my wife black and white diamond earrings from him, and she loves them. She wears them all the time.
Oh, thank you. It's very nice of you.
Now for my question. Mr. Singer, can you please answer where I met my wife?
Where you met your wife? That's a tough one. Let's see. I would say, where part of the country you're from?
Well, I'm from New Jersey. She's from Wisconsin.
You met her down the shore at one of the casinos.
Can I guess, too, if that's wrong?
Where's it going?
Yeah, get it, Jimmy.
She's a lot lizard, and you gave her $40 to snake her tongue into your buttocks after a long truck ride.
Is that like a tunnel bunny?
That's close, Jimmy. But I met her in a Kmart in Spearfish, South Dakota.
Oh, man. I was close. Oh, well, you win.
Yeah, you won a gift card. Hold on the line there, Nick.
Thank you. How amazing would it be if Steven Singer got that?
The great Karnak.
Let's go with a girl for the last one, possibly.
Nice.
Chris in Utah. Chris?
Hey,
Hi.
Hey.
how's it going?
Hello.
What's going on?
It's fucking cold here.
Yes, it is.
Are you in the D?
Oh, Utah.
I'm in Utah,
For you.
and it's like freaking 11 below here. It's so damn cold.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
So,
cold all over the country.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
It's called winter. Look into it.
Yeah, come on in for the big win.
I got you.
What's that, some kind of sick joke? Yeah, sorry. Get your head and your ass wired together, or I'll take a giant shit on you. All right, go ahead. Sorry, madam.
I'm going to have to pass on that. So my question is, do you know who the steals leader is this year in the NBA?
Steals leader in the NBA leader. Twice.
I don't know. I'll take a guess and say Kobe.
Oh, no.
All right,
I
who
thought I
is
was
it?
going to fuck up and be the only loser.
All right.
Well, you could
Who is
still
it?
be.
Yes.
Why would you pick a question that you
Fact
think
you
you might
listen.
answer?
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
Well, you know, I'm a basketball fan, and I don't know shit about hockey, and, you know,
All right, who is
All
it?
right, who is it?
it's Chris Paul.
Chris Paul. All right.
You a Mormon?
Hell no.
No?
Would I be listening to you if I was a Mormon? Get
I
the
don't
fuck out of
know.
here.
I guess we got a
Belladonna's a
couple
Mormon.
of Mormon listeners. You got like,
No,
yeah, a bunch of fucking
I'm a godless heathen.
one husband and a bunch of wives. Like that
Nope,
stupid
one
Big Love
husband,
show.
one wife.
Hey, I
I
got
don't
a
fuck
bunch of
around
wives. All right, Chris, you got a gift card, they're called, from Steven Singer, $250.
250 smackaroos.
That's everyone that didn't win. IHateStevenSinger.com for your jewelry needs.
There you go.
And your Valentine's needs.
That's it.
Hold on the line, Chris.
So I don't want to get my girlfriend candy because A, I'll eat most of it, and B, I just don't want her getting fat because then I'll be forced to dump her. I actually weigh her every morning. I'm like, if this goes above a certain thing, you're out ski. But candy's an awful gift.
What's the number?
100.
100 pounds?
Yes.
Anything over that?
Yeah.
Gone.
I see a rib, you're out. I mean, if I don't see a rib.
You don't see
I'm tired. I get nervous around gold.
Well, we're wrapping up. You got anything else there, Steven Singer?
No, that's pretty much it. I've shamelessly plugged these roses.
Do I get a rose?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want one.
Which one is whose?
We have
I'm taking the red one because
we have a whole shipment here for you to pick out whatever you guys want.
Oh, nice.
Everybody.
I think want the classic. I'm going to go classic red if you have another one of those.
Absolutely.
Can we look at them?
Are these like the second most?
The red is the most popular.
That's nice.
Aside from that damn blue one.
And, well, the blue sold out, like I said.
And that orange one looks pretty cool.
That's
that
called
Jimmy's
peach.
holding. Peach. I'm colorblind, Steven.
Yes. But we
I should
have
tell you that right
many,
now.
many colors. There's, I don't know, 8, 9 colors on the web. And then we have some other premium colors that are available in store for anybody that's in the Philly area.
Except the Jews don't
no.
call. Stephen doesn't like it.
Can we see a blue one?
Can I ask you?
Yes, you can.
Can I ask you a dumb question?
Sure.
You think throwing maybe some like sports logos on there would help sell?
I don't know.
Sports logos.
But we do have people like
Philly. I'm telling you, Philly girls are fucking insane.
Now we
they
have
know their
people that want it
sports.
green for Jets or for the Eagles.
So they
You know
do.
what I mean,
They could do that.
people that do want different things. Yeah.
Colors, yeah, but you don't want the logo.
But
or the Flyers colors or something.
Yeah,
you can
like
kind of do
orange.
without putting the actual logo on there.
That is nice.
Which one is that?
That's the blue sold
one
out
is the
one.
blue.
Give me that fucking
That's
blue.
crazy
I'll
nice.
look at it. Can I get a blue and a red?
Sure, why not?
Oh man.
And an orange?
Or you'd have to ask me a question and stump me.
Wow, that's nice.
I want to stump you like Kunta Kinte. See? Stumps.
They cut off his foot.
Yes.
Damn, that's nice, man.
That is a nice one.
All right.
Very regal looking.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
It's a great gift. It's a no-brainer. Guys are pretty stupid, and this is an easy no-brainer.
Yeah.
And you guys offer, listen, you got 4 or 5 great Valentine's Day gifts that you guys offer, flowers and other things that are very nice.
It's not about them right now, Steven. That's right.
But, it's a nice thing, and you help guys that are like me that are stupid out, and they can get hooked up, and they get credit for it, and it's cheap.
Yeah,
it's nice.
It's great. Yeah, and it's very fast, easy to order. Just go to the website. IHateStevenSinger.com.
Hey, this is a flaw in this one.
That's defective? That's why we brought it for you.
That is a heavy one. That's a lot.
Heavy.
It's like a
gold
weapon.
on that one.
Yeah.
That is.
You can do damage with this.
Very nice.
That's very nice, Steven Singer.
Is it like silver if a werewolf attacks?
That's it. You
load
can
it in a gun
stab
and
it in his heart.
Shotgun.
That's it.
And the barrel. I'll keep going with this.
Why was it going?
You want to wear it?
I like feeling the leaves because the leaves are very pointy. Like, I like the way the leaves feel. Like, you can actually hurt yourself with the leaves.
Jimmy's thinking of how he can injure himself.
An S&M rose.
No, but they really are cool, man.
Yeah.
Can I just say something, though? One thing that I'd be amiss if I didn't. I was invited to see at the Borgata to see Norton and Brewer and Attell, and they were awesome.
Oh, you went?
They were. I was there about 3 weeks ago. And I went backstage. Nobody was there. Everybody was watching a football game, I think. The game was running along.
Oh, okay.
And
wasn't that a great show?
I went. Listen, these guys are always funny.
Great lineup.
But when Brewer tells that story about his dad, and I've heard him tell it on your show, but he has time to really go into it, for like 15, 20 minutes. And Norton comes out, and then he's like the MC, and he goes in and out, back and forth. So he's like funny, like 50 different times. He's before, after, during, all that type of stuff.
Thank you, man.
And it was, anybody who hasn't seen it was great. And the people there, are so. They're like ravenous, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they are
fans.
Solid O&A fans and stuff like that.
Loving the shows.
And everything was great. I enjoyed the show. Everything was terrific. And they were funny. And the people I brought couldn't thank me enough. They said it was really great. One downer. This was my one
Thank
complaint.
God, I was getting scared.
Oh, boy.
I was hoping for the butt.
About 4 seats away from me. Bobo.
Shit.
And he is freaking talking to everybody and going on and, hey, you know me, I'm Bobo and Bobo. And he's like, I'm trying not to make eye contact. I'm trying not to look at him. I said, I feel like I'm getting treated like a VIP. I got a VIP bracelet to go backstage and go to the thing. I got the thing, go meet and greet and do all this stuff. And I got tickets. I said, I'm like I'm getting treated nice.
Finally,
right? I'm getting a little something, little ass because it's nice. And I'm sitting next to a fucking bobo, right?
There's no reason that should have happened.
That brought me right down to reality.
Your name is I Hate Steven Singer.
Well,
it's not I Like Steven Singer.
Well, there you
Why
go.
would we
put
you next to someone
So
nice?
my wife, yeah, you're a real big shot. Sitting next to Bobo, sitting next to this mental patient.
Oh, that's
so it was good.
Do you know that? No, I can't announce it now,
That's
but
really funny, man.
We're doing the Antisocial Network again in another venue in April. The announcement will be Pride Monday.
What area of the country should we be looking for?
I don't know, East Coast, maybe.
I don't know East Coast.
Maybe.
Well, anybody that hasn't seen it, you'd be crazy not to see it. It is a couple hours of fun, man.
It's
They are
really,
hilarious.
yeah.
Back there, you're like, you can't even stop laughing. They just hit you one after another, and it's really, really
You almost
good.
want them to stop. There's so many laughs.
Take a breath. You know what? I tried to remember. There were so many different jokes, and I tried to remember some so I could steal them as my own and tell other people. But they're so rapid fire, you can't even do it.
How about my opening joke? Because we're in a casino, I'm like, they said to me, "Do you gamble?" I said, "You bet."
And you can picture it's just 2 hours of that. So
it's comedy madness.
It's a laugh a minute.
We got to get out of here. Steven Singer, what do you want? IHateStevenSinger.com is the big plug.
That's it.
Or 888 I Hate Steven Singer.
Just dial it
on the telephone. Just dial it. It'll start ringing.
I go in there to see all the hot women that work at the joint.
On the other corner of 8th and Walnut over there in Philly and see all the hot women.
Ask Sam and E-Rock and the boys that have been down.
Yeah,
They'll attest to it.
Right? Were you having a no, I don't want to look because... Was Jess with you?
She was with me the second time I went to resize the ring. But when I went to become a diamond expert, which I am now.
Of course.
Thanks to Steven
How to
Singer.
go back a second time.
He educates you.
Yes. And hopefully you'll have the same fate as the diamond merchant that followed fucking Zell. Good throat cutting.
Essen, eat. I gave him a whole handful of diamonds and made him eat them.
Oh, yeah, Essen. Oh, you must love that.
Yeah, sure. I told you I hate the Jews.
All your best stuff's in a coffee can.
That's great.
Now, when Sam was getting engaged, he's all done, and it was finished. I tried talking him out of it 2-3 times. I said, no, this is it. Then I brought over like 15 girls. I said, look, this is what you're never going to get again. I just made them suffer and look and just drool.
I wasn't sure if it was a jewelry store or a model factory.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
A model factory.
Like supermodel.
Where are those?
Hey, listen, it's just as easy to hire good-looking girls as ugly girls, so might as well go for the good-looking ones, right?
Exactly.
You
That's
are
what I
right.
say.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ugly girls shouldn't have jobs. I mean, I'm saying that. They should be unemployable.
Especially ugly Asians, especially. They're the worst, right?
Oh, yes. Jesus. My God.
Give Uncle Nino a run for his
Steven's
money.
out there.
Their whole job should be to have rotten fruit thrown at them. That's all ugly girls. That should be their job. They should stand behind supermarkets, and you can throw rotted fruit at their unpleasant faces. And that's their job. Zelda's got the 11-6. Sorry.
Well, I'm thrilled that you guys re-signed. You know, we signed. What did you take? A 3-year deal? Was it a new deal? 2-year deal?
Something like that.
Well, whatever your deal was, we re-upped. I said just mirror. My deal is the same as yours, so we're here for the duration.
Yours is shitty
Thank
too.
you.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I didn't get Super Bowl tickets, so it's the same. I got the same exact deal you got.
That's wonderful. And they still had a low ball us.
Thanks
Steven, we definitely appreciate the
absolutely.
Our friend of this program.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me in. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, very gorgeous assistant. Leanne. God damn, Leanne.
We're out of here. Uncle Nino's Bad Jokes and Wine as we leave you today. See you tomorrow.
You know him as Vinny's lovable uncle from MTV's Jersey Shore.
Oh, what the fuck?
Now the Sicilian funny man brings his act straight off the boat and onto Broadway.
Listen, I gotta say something. Oh, shut the fuck up. Let me fucking talk.
Uncle Nino presents Bad Jokes and Wine.
I've been drinking all fucking week. We make a toast to the crack that never heals. The more you rub it, the better it feels. You could scrub it from here to hell. You never get rid of that fishy smell. Fucking from me.
Come see what nobody else will as the stereotypical Italian recites line after line of adolescent toilet humor.
First time I had sex, I was so scared, I was all by myself. I said, I was with this girl. I says, honey, is it in? She says, yes. Well, start walking towards me now. Oh. I asked this guy, I says, buddy, I says, did you ever see the numbers on the condoms? He says, what numbers? So I guess you don't have to roll it back that far, huh? Wow.
Never before has an offensive cartoonish caricature told so many bad jokes in 1 hour, writes the Daily News.
Oh, what do you call a fat chick? Chunk. What the fuck? How come only brothers can play basketball? Because you gotta know how to steal, run, and shoot. Yeah, he's insulted. Get the fuck out of here.
I laughed once, then wondered why I had, said the New York Post.
Yeah, I have to say one last thing. I'll shut up. I probably should shut up. I love black women. I always take a shot in the dark.
And when asked, the New York Times said they didn't bother to show up and review it.
I was with this girl. I says, Miss, did you ever have a 16-second orgasm? She says, no. She says, you got a fucking minute? What the fuck? You know?
It's Uncle Nino's Bad Jokes and Wine.
And God bless everybody. Who gives a fuck?
Live on Broadway for as long as people still give a shit about the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, what the fuck?